I believe we're live. I believe in a thing called live. Just listen to the stream of my heart. I'm streaming from my heart, baby. Streaming straight from my heart, straight to you. Can't you feel my heart stream? Hey, was just Jerry? You are just Jerry, but there's no such thing as just Jerry. We love having you, Jerry. Hope you're doing well. I say we. I'm always saying we when I refer to me. When I started making content, when I started doing YouTube, I was like, we at Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, and it just sort of stuck. And I always kind of interpreted that, well, I kind of inherited that. Ore Sanjo indeed, Senmaru. Thank you for the Ore Sanjo Senmaru. I kind of inherited that from a lot of the old comics that I would read. And I don't mean like Marvel and DC, because I didn't get around to reading those until later in my life. But there were these old comics in England that still exist as far as I'm aware, called The Beano and the Dandy. And they'd always be like, we here at The Beano, or we here at Dandy. And like, yeah, there probably was more than one person running that comic, but in my head I was always like, that's just one guy saying we. Hey, Manake, I appreciate the happy partner anniversary. I didn't even clock that that was a thing until I started the stream. But thank you, I appreciate it. But Insys as well, thank you. Indigo Jackal, I have indeed returned. Somehow, Kuriboh teen returned. Van Alucard, thank you for the follow and thank you for the well wishes there. Thank you for the first time chat saying, I'm the best. Oh my gosh, you're very kind. Van Alucard, thank you for the follow and for the kind words. And before I forget, thank you to Purple Tigress VT, to Major Sayuri Ikeda, and Kevin Triforce for the follows. And thank you, Darwin C, for the cashing in your star chips for a doodla-la-la-la-la, doodla, 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 doodla. From the doodla to the doodla, to the doodla-la-la. Indigo Jackal, who's that mage whose major itinerary is making all Oz merrier? What? Something that I'm missing, I think. Thank you, Dark Jade. I appreciate all the partner anniversary messages, folks. Thank you, Arikios. Super Captain Avenger. I'm going to put it in the chat as well, since I have the prompt. I have the prompt to congratulate myself. Dark Jade. Good to have you. Thank you for stopping by, and thank you for the happy partner anniversary. I do indeed have your message up on my desktop as we speak, and I'm ready with it. I didn't want to jump right into it just because we have to cast off. Like he says. Change Wasp. Thank you, Jewelry Jelly, for resubbing at Tier 1 for 8 months in a row. 18 total months. That's at least 2 sub babies. Let the parrot take the stand. Let the parrot take the stand. Let the parrot take the stand. I don't know this. Is this from something? I know obviously you're referencing Ace Attorney, the first game. How's my day, yeah boy Frank? Well, it's a bit of an icky one. Meatball, our cat, has been throwing up a bit this morning, so obviously... And thank you for the hydration, Killing121. And Super Captain Avenger, thank you for Ore Sanjoing. Oh, let the parrot take the stand. Let the parrot take the stand. I get it now. You have to forgive me. But thank you. I appreciate that. Was that Disturbed who sang that? I have disturbed all of you by not recognizing it. Thank you for the hydration, Killing. But yeah, Meatball was having a bit of an icky tummy. So if you hit drowning pool, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm drowning in a pool of my own shame, having mistaken them for Disturbed. That's shocking. Oh dear. That's my bad. But as I said, yes, the cat is not feeling great. He threw up a little bit this morning, multiple times, but I don't think it's serious. But just in case, we've thank you, J-Robe Show, for the Ore Sanjo and Doodla-la-la indeed, Van Alucard. What was I going to say? Oh yes, we've pulled up all the food and water, and I'm going to put it down after I've already cleaned the bowls and everything. I'm going to put them back down after the stream. So in the meantime, if you hear cats meowing at me or the dog whining at me, I've pulled all their food up just for the moment. They haven't gone without food for a long time. They are very dramatic though, so if you hear any meowing, people begging me, if you hear the cats begging me for food, it's because they've not had food in like a couple of hours. And they've not had access to it. But that's important because I want to make sure that the cat you know, it's not something that's going on with this food bowl or something. Van Alucard, thank you for the here's one. There is one. All right, folks. It's another Sunday stream. For those of you who've not been here since a few weeks back, Marin and Soupy are not available to hang out because Marin has a new job, and Soupy, I think Soupy is just part of a package deal with Marin. I love Soupy. Soupy's great, but I feel like it's more Marin and Soupy's friendship that gets showcased in those streams, and I think that it would just be a weird vibe. I don't know if it'd be a weird vibe. I just feel like Soupy just wouldn't feel necessarily as excited to hang if it was just me. Void Adept, welcome. DM cause, but they've not had food in 2 minutes, LittleKuriboh. They could be slightly hungry. I know, I'm a cruel master. Favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Tag? Oh gosh, Van Alucard, I have 2 answers for this. In my heart, my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro Tag is Yugi, because he is the first guy I met. He is the first Pro Tag that I encountered in the Yu-Gi-Ohs. And I've always looked up to Yugi. He's the guy who always does the thing that is right by his friends. He's the guy who always puts himself... He kind of does the selfless thing that a lot of shonen protagonists do, where they're like, I'd better help other people before I help myself. And yeah, Yugi's kind of the iconic version of that for me. Even though a lot of people would tell you he's kind of a cardboard cutout otherwise, I disagree. You go back and read that early Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga. He's a great character. It's a lot of fun. And my brain tells me that the answer is Jaden Yuki because he has Kamen Rider cards. He has Masked Hero. He has Superhero, Elemental Hero guys. Yeah, sorry about that, Void Adept. Unfortunately, yeah, it just became something I was not comfortable continuing. It was my comfort game, Fortnite, and it got to a point where they were making a lot of creative decisions, a lot of business decisions that I just was like, this makes me feel uncomfortable. So yeah, I've stopped playing it myself. So Straw Hat, only a selfless guy would torment his opponents with psychological illusions. I said Yugi. For the record, I said Yugi, not Yami Yugi. So don't get it twisted. Enner Kaiser, thank you for the Ore Sanjo there. Hello, Enner Kaiser, you're getting us all energized. Would Tristan try to get his toast out of the toaster with a metal fork?
What other way is there to do it? What are you supposed to do? You put your hand in there? You could get a little bit burned. How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? How'd it get burned? Not the bees.
Void Adept, any ideas if you're going to fill those free streaming slots with something else? I'm honestly focused a lot more on videos right now, unfortunately, which is taking a lot of my time away from streaming, period. But I would like to get back to streaming more. I would like to jump back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Early days and other things. And Kaiser, do you like... Oh, you're talking to Killing121. When's my next review of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX? Well, I just released one. I don't know if you saw that. I just released one this past Monday. But I'd like to release another one in the next coming couple of weeks. Dark Jade, maybe wait and see how you feel after each series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, you mean after seeing all of them? No, I want to make a choice. I can make a choice even though I've only experienced some of Yu-Gi-Oh! If I have to wait till I've seen all of Yu-Gi-Oh!, then that's going to take ages. Jacob Baster, thank you for the follow there. When's the new episode? You know, you absolutely should be that guy, says Straw Hat. I have struggled a great deal with this episode, and that's on me, honestly. It's a psychological wall that I'm struggling to get past, because even though I work on it frequently, I keep changing my mind about things, I keep backing down on certain things, and I keep finding myself hitting a wall. And I hate it. I'm so sorry. I should have delivered that by now. That is on me. That is entirely my fault. And I'm sorry that my personal fucking problems are getting in the way of you guys watching videos. But I would certainly like to deliver it, like, ASAP. I don't even know if it's going to be this coming month. I hate to say it. I really do hate to say it. I really want that episode out. I want to get past it. It really has become a real mental block issue for me. Most of it is, like, basically done. Like, the lit flaps are almost finished. There's a lot of effects I need to add in. There's some lines I still need to get recorded from people. I hate it. I hate it. It should be simple, you know? It should be fucking simple at this point.
Brooklyn Rage!
It gives me the Brooklyn Rage! But thank you for checking in, really. Really, for real. Just Ellie, thank you for the Brooklyn Rage there! After I finish Season 5, will I abridge Dark Side of Dimensions? That is definitely the goal. That is definitely the goal. I would like to do that. And yeah, Halo, I wouldn't mind visiting Halo at some point. I have that game. I have it installed now. So, yeah. Anyway, speaking of games, we've been dilly-dallying and shilly-shallying long enough. We're coming up on 10 minutes into the stream. Welcome, by the way. I'm LittleKuriboh, also known as Martin. I'm an amateur voice actor. I am a semi-professional content creator. I'm mostly a Kuriboh. I mostly have fluff all over my body. What did you put there? Glacius Mort, thank you for your Yu-Gi-Oh! GX series. You always deliver and make my day, man. Well, Glacius, thank you so much for watching those. I'm sorry I saw your message that was all highlighted and stuff, and I didn't understand what it meant, but I see that you've used your bits to do something with your message there. I do apologize for not noticing that. But thank you for that. You're very kind. DM Cos1, thank you for the tell me. Tell me. Have I played Dispatch? I suspect you'd like it. But Dinsis, I know about it. I know it's like a Telltale-style superhero game of some sort. I don't know much else. I know there's pretty characters in it. There's very pretty girls, there's pretty boys. That's all I know. Bucky the mascot, thank you for the follow. I did miss that. Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare. Going where no ordinary rabbit would dare, which includes this stream. Alright, well, before we jump in to Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice for a second stream, this is going to be my second time playing this. Do I play Duel Links or Master Duel? I haven't played either of those in the better part of a year, if not more. That's on me, Van Alucard, but my understanding was they added some sort of AI voiceover announcer to Master Duel. I don't know if that was confirmed or deconfirmed. I feel like last time I brought it up, it was either confirmed or deconfirmed. But I'm not an avid Yu-Gi-Oh player, so it's never really stuck with me. I've tried my best, but I have been playing Yu-Gi-Oh early days recently, thanks to the very generous Evil Sea Monkeys. Dispatch is great. It actually has gameplay in the sense of you actually having to manage superhero missions and making sure the right heroes get sent to the right situations. Oh, very cool, actually. AI thing was a trial thing and it got scrapped. Okay. Well, I might be more inclined to play it. I honestly just haven't had hard drive space until recently, so maybe I'll revisit that, Master Duel. I did enjoy it, I just suck at it. Oh, that is cool, chat. Alright, Dark Jade has written up a fairly exhaustive recap of the events leading up to this time's stream. So we're going to really quickly attempt to read... I can't really quickly read it, but I will read out loud what Dark Jade has put down on my Discord here as a recap. Hey, Master Gur, how you doing? Good to see you. Let me give you a quick shout out. The Master is original. Ha! Kick punch style is unforgettable. What were you playing recently, Master Gur? I'm gonna bet it was... I would have bet wrong. Infinite Lives. And if you want to join the Discord, here you go, Van Alucard. Atticus Abron, thank you for the Ore Sanjo. Smither, you were watching an episode of MAShed and you heard I was voicing a character in one of their bits? Yeah, no, I got to jump in for their Ball X Chain short. I've never actually played the game myself, but I got to be a peasant. A very sort of posh-spoken peasant, which was fun. I got roped in by a good friend Coffin Jockey, who needed somebody with an authentic English accent. And I was there. I was available. Good to have you all here. All right, really quickly, let me thank Dark Jade for writing up this recap, and let's get into it. Here we go. Last time on Spirit of Justice, we start off with an animated cutscene showing the Kingdom of Kurain, with there being some kind of rebellion against the current legal system it has, things getting violent on both sides, We then jump back in time about a month or so to explain how things ended up getting so heated, with Phoenix arriving in... It's always Phoenix getting things heated, isn't it? Arriving in Kurain for the first time by plane, with him planning to meet up with Maya after her current ascetic training is complete. He's arrived earlier than she was expecting him to, though, so she has some time to go and see the sights. No, he has some time to go and see the sights. With him encountering a kid named Albi, who's very passionate about every aspect of his religion and culture, while also being quick to try and make a profit as best they can. With them knowing Maya from the time she spent here, and is also willing to act as our tour guide. After giving us a brief tour of the local area, Albie sees it's almost time for the Dance of Devotion and quickly ushers Phoenix to go see it, providing several items to better help understand the context of the ceremony. Like I said, it's a very exhaustive recap. We're getting every detail. Glacier's Mort, thank you for the 200 bits. Hey! You have indeed discovered the chair function. Thank you so much for those 200 bits, Glaciers. You're very kind. And welcome, Midnight Shadows, and hello, Princess King. Good to have you here with them royal bits. Thank you so much for the 10 bits. My favorite floor has returned. Yes. I am like something you might find on the floor. I am very dust bunny coded. Thank you, DM Cause, for cashing in your star tips for a doodle la 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 doodle la. Oh no, you're fine, Dark Jade. You put effort into it. I'm going to read all of it. Unfortunately for our hero, it seems like he can't go anywhere without some sort of legal trouble finding him soon afterwards, with poor Albie now getting arrested by members of the local law enforcement who seem more like soldiers than police officers. During the middle of the ceremony, the unfortunate kid getting charged with both stealing an ancient treasure from the temple and murdering the person who was guarding it in the process. And when Phoenix goes to check on the trial, it turns out that not only was it almost already over, despite things having only just started, there wasn't even anyone acting as a defense lawyer, with both the judge and prosecution relying on just the divination seance performed by the same person who did the Dance of Devotion, with us learning their name is Rafa, and she is royalty. How did I come up with the name LittleKuriboh? Well, it was honestly a bit random. I was just like, what Yu-Gi-Oh monster is synonymous with Yu-Gi-Oh that would make me stand out? And because everybody else would be like Dark Magician or Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I was like, Kuriboh, he's the mascot. Performed to use as proof of Albie's guilt, but when Phoenix offers to act as Albie's lawyer in this situation, we discover something shocking. So Straw Hat, you have written a more abridged version. But when Phoenix offers to act as Albie's lawyer in this situation, we discover something shocking. Just why exactly is almost every person in this courtroom acting so horrified by the idea of a defense attorney defending a client, with even Albie not wanting Phoenix's help here, them getting very hostile, doing an almost 180 turn from his first interactions with us. Despite how dire his current situation is, Phoenix doesn't— oh, Glaciers! Glaciers, thank you for the 5 gift subs. I do appreciate you gifting subs to Indecent Penguin, to Dom McLean 33, to Manake511, to Radimus and J-Robe Show. Thank you so much for those gift subs. Enjoy those gift subs, courtesy of Glaciers, guys. Thank you for fueling whatever invisible hype train might exist there. Where was I? Phoenix doesn't know the full story just yet, but that's not going to stop him from trying to defend Albie, a task made more challenging by the fact that it's been so long since someone's actually been defended in a Kurain court, seemingly being at least 20 years or so. He had to coach the judge on remembering several of the various steps necessary, like cross-examination. We're about halfway through the recap. Making things even worse, the prosecutor who is in charge of this case is Gaspin Payne, who we last saw at the end of Dual Destinies, being informed that he was just about to be investigated by the prosecutor's office on several charges of corruption, while showing no real remorse for how he had acted during Case 1 of that game in the credits, with Edgeworth clearly having fired him as a result of this investigation. However, not only has Gaspin seemingly not even bothered to clean up his act, having used false evidence and putting pressure on those he wants the guilty party to be in order to make them confess, after having been reprimanded for being more concerned about having a perfect win record instead of actually finding the truth of the case, with him having run away to Kurain and quickly getting promoted to the position of chief prosecutor in this place instead, all thanks to the fact there seemingly isn't anyone who is willing to defend the people who get accused of any crimes and no background checks on his employment history being carried out, which would... There's a long run-on sentence, I do apologize. Which would have shown how he's not above using false evidence to prove people guilty, this letting him rack up multiple wins without actually being challenged. He also ended up allowing Phoenix to defend Albie in this situation without telling him about what the Defense Culpability Act entails until it was almost too late to back out, with this law now stating that anybody who tries to defend a suspect who has been accused of committing any crime will also end up being subjected to the exact same punishment as the defendant if this person is found guilty by the court, up to and including the death penalty. That was one sentence. That's impressive. Oh, you're fine, Dark Jade. I will admit, it is. I'm having to unfortunately rush through it a little bit, just because if I took my time reading this, we might spend about 20 minutes of the stream covering it. So it might need to be shorter in future if you do more. Mystery Stream, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 39 months in a row. I do appreciate it, Mystery. We're still going. While Gaspin might not have actually expected Wright to be still willing to keep defending Albie once that particular information was revealed, with him probably assuming that Phoenix would end up chickening out once they had learned just how high the stakes actually were, it's still a level of sheer pettiness which could be considered almost comparable to how some of the endgame villains that we've seen in the franchise have acted, Gaspin hoping to humiliate Phoenix in exchange for how he'd been taken down a peg back in Dual Destinies. Don McLean33, thank you for the follow there, a long, long time ago. I was trying to think of the opening lyrics to American Pie, and they've gone. I don't know why this is making me hold a message for smart detection, but yeah, you wrote, Gaspin is a real pain in the ass. Badum-ts. How does my model put on this coat with these stubby arms? Magic. Fortunately for Albie, Phoenix is not the type to ever leave an innocent person in the lurch if he can help it, and was still willing to defend them, with him already having managed to point out several major contradictions in Rafa's initial divination seance while doing his cross-examination, even if both she and Gaspin have been attempting to rationalize how these events might have happened while still proving Albie's guilt. So basically, Phoenix is in a foreign country, he's got himself roped up in a court case where he's defending a child, a young boy that is a tour guide, and the rules of the country are such that they kind of depend on mysticism rather than the legal system. And Phoenix's ass is on the line because if the defendant is found guilty, he is also punished the same way the defendant is. And they've presumably increased the punishment to death. So let's get into the game. Start playing from this game save data. Yes, I think. And we're in the middle of cross-examining a pool of water, right? The divination pool, this is what we're looking at. I was having trouble with this, I won't lie. When I was looking at this the first time around, I was really struggling to understand what I was supposed to be looking at, how I was supposed to be looking at it. And what are we supposed to be doing right now? The accused swung whatever he was holding down on the victim's head. One can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. That doesn't make sense. That seems like that's the contradictory statement. The song of ceremony the victim heard was of a practice run through the temple's speakers. One can safely assume the accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. Maybe that is actually, maybe that does check out. You have to find the moment where one of the words on screen do not match what goes on in said scene or cause otherwise some confusion. I'm not a big fan of this. It feels like you've added you've made two cross-examinations happen at the same time, and I have to do some sort of mixing and matching. It feels like we're trying to reinvent a wheel that was working perfectly well, you know? Anyway, let's watch the image. Incense, which is presumably in the bag? I don't know. Song of ceremony, boy's voice. He's speaking. The song of ceremony still going. Boy's voice. Pain. The accused struck the victim the moment after the blackout began. I mean, that does actually check out with what is shown, I think. The accused... Hang on, let me look at the court record. They added two extra elements, basically, sense and visualization. It just seems like a bit much. It seems to have pushed it over the edge for me. I don't know why this would help. I don't think they would be able to hear the ceremony song if there was a blackout. Oh! Good point, Smither. Good point, Smither. How would they hear if the blackout had happened, right? In fact, how do we, I assume it's right here. Right? Because there's a blackout, there's pain, we're still hearing the song of ceremony. So that seems like... How do I... No. How do I... Oh, here we go. Select. Song of ceremony. It makes no sense. I think you're right, Smither. Let's give it a shot.
Objection!
Ah, the music stopped, so... I've got to change his outfit. Yes, I finally found it. This is the gaping hole I've been looking for. You can't say that. You cannot say that. Thank you, Aquamarine Neo. Your benevolence, as impressive as your spirit communion power is, it's not infallible. You never know when to stop talking, do you? I hope you realize your words are an insult to all adherents of Kuraianism. Oh no, not Kuraianism, the thing that I've only just encountered. Defense!
Baby, baby!
Baby, baby! Watch what you say! Around my baby. Thank you, Void Adept, for the baby baby. If you don't mind that tongue of yours, you won't have one left to mind. I'm gonna tongue my mind as much as I want for that gaping hole. It's certainly not my intention to insult spirit mediums.
Spirit mediums.
But maybe I'm not the one who needs to learn when to stop talking. What malarkey? This chicanery? I believe you said a few moments ago that the victim could hear the song of ceremony thanks to the temple's speakers.
Gotta get in there!
And you had to get in there. Thank you, Samurai Tiger, for the gotta get in there. But then how do you explain how the victim could still hear the song of ceremony even after the power went out? Ow! This contradiction of facts can only mean that the song of ceremony Mr. Roll heard was not coming from the speakers. What? Impossible! What are you saying? That the song he heard was coming directly from the performance hall? Thank you, Elisa. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's the only possible explanation. Elisa, thank you for the Ore Sanjo as well. But the scene of the crime was nowhere near the performance hall. Right. The song couldn't make it all the way to the treasure room. Not unless... You mean to say... Yes, the treasure room was not the actual scene of the crime. It must have been somewhere else. Somewhere closer to the performance hall. What? You can't be serious. There is a glaring contradiction in the claims of her benevolence and the prosecution. Therefore, the defense insists that this case be thoroughly re-examined for gaping holes. What? No. This is completely unprecedented. An inconsistency in her benevolence's insights? Unbelievable! Heed not his forked tongue, your majesty. These are but the claims of a corrupt lawyer, a feeble ruse from a feeble mind. But the contradiction revealed by the defense is undeniable. We can't just turn a blind eye to it. Thank you, Speedstar. I appreciate the happy partner anniversary. But the defense's assertion is, in the end, meaningless. Even if the location of the murder turned out to be different. Speedstar, thank you for Ore Sanjoing there. Even if the location of the murder turned out to be different, it doesn't change what we've seen of the moment of the murder. Indeed, the accused is standing right there in front of the victim. Furthermore, the murder weapon remains raised above his head. My insights still stand. I hate to admit it, but she's right. The seance vision still makes the situation look really grim for Albi. I doubt even the defense can dream up an explanation as to why. The accused had his hands up over his head. Well, this defense dares to dream of making it out of this nightmare alive. You what? You still insist on trying to tear down my insights, do you? You'd better be prepared to back up your claim. Remember what will happen to that tongue of yours if we find you are just wagging it. Of course I can back up my claim, just as soon as I think of something. Man, with all the mentions of gaping holes in Phoenix's tongue in this early in the stream, if Marin was here, we would have been delayed by about 10 minutes to get the laughter out. All the chuckling. You appear to be fully prepared, defense. As the embodiment of this court, I give you permission to try and prove your claim. As long as you're willing to stake your life on it. I concur, your majesty. Prepare the tongue shears. Chop, chop. Those are real? They have those? What is this, old boy? Big spoiler for Old Boy, one of the movies you don't ever want to spoil. Chop chop? Master Onion?
Yes, let's have the bailiff fetch them. They are real. We do this all the time.
Hey, Papa Boris, thank you for the happy partner anniversary.
I think I saw a suitable pair in the basement. Chop chop. I was hanging out in the basement, you know, how magistrates do. We go to the basement sometimes.
Have I seen E.T.? I sure have. Stop, stop!
I hear that lying lawyers have several tongues to spare. I'm sure he won't miss one.
Yikes! These people are actually fucked up and serious. I'm rather attached to my tongue. Think, Phoenix, think! Other than to raise a weapon, why would Albie have held his hands up like that? Maybe the lyrics of the Dance of Destiny, what is it? Dance of Devotion? Maybe it says at some point, wave your hands in the air like you just don't care? When Dragon and Tiger battle, the Founder offers divine protection. When the butterfly embraces the Mitama, the favor of the orb is bestowed. I don't think that's it. Cerebral contusion. Did I like the movie? I'll be honest, E.T., I was never a big fan myself. It always seemed kind of overrated to me. I didn't enjoy it. As a kid, I haven't revisited it as an adult, so I'm probably way off base, but no, I don't remember enjoying it that much. I'm guessing he would lift his hands in the air to... I don't know. I mean, it does seem like he knocked the guy out, but I don't know if that means he killed him. Hang on. Due to the growing number of thefts around the temple, we'll be tightening security throughout. Therefore, all of the hallway shuttles will remain shut for today's Dance of Devotion. Doesn't help. Thank you, Lord Kilmore. You're very kind. Hands up, hands up. Oh yeah, he might have been being held at weapon point. Aha, so that's why. The reason the defendant had his hands up over his head can be explained by something in the crime photo. This guy had a weapon, I'm guessing? Yeah, he's got a gun. He was being held at gunpoint. That's gotta be it. What explains why Albie had his hands raised above his head? This fucking gun, man.
Take that!
Right? As in the seance vision, I witnessed the defendant raise both of his hands over his head yesterday.
You did? What a weird thing to do, multiple days. Where did you see such a thing? Who raises their hands over their head?
When the police had their guns trained on him as they made their arrest.
Oh, are you saying?
The victim was a security guard, and an armed one at that. The defense proposes that the victim had pointed his firearm at Albie. Don McLean, apparently Harrison Ford had some kind of cameo after the frog scene, but it was cut. Yeah, wasn't he like the teacher, or a teacher, or like a therapist or something? And that's why the defendant's hands were raised in the air. Like he just did care. God knows name. Thank you for the follow there. I'm guessing you left it up to the gods to name you. Couldn't think of a username.
Kunka! Oh my god.
Oh, she pulp conquered to death.
Dang.
Who would have thought the seance vision could be interpreted that way? This is not possible. It can't be.
Not bad for a total knockout. And I'm talking about my titties.
How dare that lawyer devil go against her benevolence?
He's no better than that traitorous snake, Dirk.
Traitorous snake? Dirk? Who's that? A Vampiro, thank you for the Ore Sanjo there. You're very kind. It's a very noisy audience. It really is. Monake, thank you for the 5-stream streak there.
No, I can't believe it.
Princess King, I appreciate you trusting me to law my way out of any predicament for you. I feel like as princess, you should have royal decree to undo whatever laws would get in your way, though. Thank you, Snazzy Azzy.
A contradiction in one of my insights?
Thank you, Killing121, for more hydration. You're very kind. Oh my god, stop gasping, everybody.
There has to be some kind of mistake. I won't accept it.
Morgan, hello.
That's right, Your Benevolence, and I won't accept it either. It goes against all we hold sacred. Throw him in jail immediately for lèse majesty. What?
What? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you said it. Throw him in jail for lesbian majesties. Yes, make him pay for the way he treated her benevolence. Benevolence.
Ah, these people are definitely not my fans right now. You're fine, Sister Hat.
That's right. Exterminate him.
Exterminate! Annihilate!
Gotta stop inviting Daleks to the court proceedings. I said peace! Peace out, bitch. Now, everyone, please calm the fuck down. Relax thine titties.
Lèse majesty, the insulting of a monarch or other ruler. Treason. Ah. First time I've encountered it myself. Lèse majesty? Is that how you say it? Let me find out how you pronounce this. I should know this. Lèse? Hang on. Oh, sorry about that.
The channel,
Oh my god.
French it is said as lèse majesté.
Lèse majesté. Okay. Lèse majesté. Huh? Is he... Your Majesty, please assign this black-hearted attorney a suitable punishment. Hey, Marin.
No, I can't charge him with lèse majesté. I only just heard the phrase myself.
What? 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 But why not, Your Majesty?
He was simply following the proper procedure for defending the accused.
Yes, Marin is in the background. Kurika, thank you for Ore Sanjoing there. Marin just passed through the room after coming home.
There's nothing unlawful about that.
But, Your Majesty, don't you want to wrap this trial up quickly? Why not just give your verdict? Then you could go home and make it up to your wife. Get busy.
We can't end the trial now. Not when we just learned new information about the case. I'm flip-flopping.
What? Your Majesty, not you too. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, hi. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah, hi, yup, I am.
Thank you, Kurika, for getting us high up in Kurain.
Turn down for what?
Kurika, thank you for Ore Sanjoing, then getting us high up, and then K16, thank you for turning it down for what?
Your Majesty, not you too. You would honestly entertain the idea that my insight contains a contradiction?
Truly, it is shocking. Yeah, crazy. Even I'm surprised. In the 20-plus years since the DC Act went into effect, such a thing has never occurred. That's right, Robotnik. No! They would not have done it.
Papa Boris, thank you for the no redeem.
To be honest, TBH, I didn't want to believe it either. But with his life on the line, the defense pointed out an inconsistency. And it is our duty to scrutinize that booty, and it to the satisfaction of the law.
You dare go against the royal priestess, you non-believer?
No, my faith is as strong as ever. Don't you test me. But I have a duty to make a fair ruling in this trial. If you insist on interfering with that process, Your Benevolence, I'm afraid I must request your removal from this courtroom, royal priestess or not.
Dang.
What? I'll have you know.
Your Benevolence!
I think-
Please acquiesce in this, Your Benevolence.
Grr.
If looks could kill, my titties would have a high body count right now.
I won't forget this offense, barbed head. I do not admit defeat. I won't.
Bailiff, do you see her benevolence out?
Your Mitama will face due retribution in the Twilight Realm. The demons there they'll pluck the barbs right off your stupid head. I hope your suffering will be super duper painful.
Jesus.
And I hope they throw you into a lake of burning fire, yeah! And then...
Goodness. Dark Jade, wow, got to give the judge some credit here, even though both his ruler and the prosecution is telling him to ignore what Phoenix has been claiming. He's willing to risk defying them since the train of logic has been making sense so far. Even throwing the princess out of the courtroom when she refuses to stand down. Yeah, no, he's taking a stand. He's doing his job. I guess she's still just a... I guess she's still just a teenager after all. Yeah, a lot of people have been threatened with the Twilight Realm.
Now then, defense. Mr. Light, was it?
Just as planned. That's right, Your Majesty. Phoenix Wright.
Of course, Mr. Wright. My apologies. Well, now that we have this newly uncovered fact, I suggest we proceed with arguments.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Yes, but do not misunderstand me. This doesn't mean I trust you completely. I'll be keeping a close eye on you, so don't even think about lying to this court.
I understand, Your Majesty. Whew, maybe now we can finally run a real trial?
Arguments, Your Majesty. Very well. I accept your challenge.
Huh? What's with him?
Oh, the look on your face, Mr. Wright. It's just too hilarious.
What's so funny, Mr. Payne?
The defense still doesn't get it. The truth he unearthed is going to bury him and his case instead.
What do you mean by that, prosecutor? What you talking about, Willis?
I told you, it's Chief Prosecutor.
Yes, because that's the thing to focus on right now.
The defense is digging its own grave. Consider this, Your Majesty. Why would the victim, a security guard, point a gun at the accused?
Oh,
Indeed, because the accused was about to commit a theft. It's the only logical explanation.
Brooklyn Rage!
What?
Aquamarine Neo, thank you for the Brooklyn Rage there. That does sound pretty logical, actually. You fixed your lightsaber today, Void Adept? That weapon is your life. The switch broke off a couple weeks ago and needed a new one soldered on. Local electronics store quoted me an outrageous price, so I ordered a soldering station and the part and did it myself today. Hey, way to go, way to be. That's very Jedi of you.
What?
Oh, no indeed, Rock Rulin. That does sound pretty logical, actually.
It doesn't help the accused's situation at all. If anything, it makes him look even more guilty.
yes, I have to agree.
Oh, Bedinsis, your vacuum cleaner stopped working today.
That weapon is your life.
A Jedi always knows where his vacuum cleaner is. I hope that it gets sorted, though. I hate when vacuum cleaners give up the ghost.
Tell me.
It's the worst. Everything starts getting dirty. Ashigaru, thank you for the...
Tell me.
Mavana, 5 years? Hell yeah. Appreciate it.
Allow me to spell out this truth the defense didn't bother to think through. Mr. Roll came across the accused just as he was trying to steal the treasure. The guard pointed his gun at the accused, and just when the power went out, the accused murdered the victim and hid his body in the treasure room. A hand truck for moving heavy treasure around is stored in the treasure room. The accused could have easily moved the body with that.
And after all that hard work to knock down those insights... backed into the old familiar corner once more.
Mr. Wright, do you have a rebuttal?
A rebuttal implies the existence of a buttle, and I have one of those. I'm drawing a total buttle here. I mean a blank.
I hope you're ready to climb that scaffold.
There you go, Mervana. Henshin! Thank you, Mervana, for resubscribing for 5 years. It did work this time, and thank you so much for your support, Mervana. You're very kind. I hope you're doing well today. Thank you, Mervana. Don't wanna pass you by without acknowledging that. Thank you so much.
I asked you a question, Defense.
I've got nothing. I can't think of any grounds for an objection. Have I seen My Cousin Vinny? No, but everybody says that it's one of the most legally accurate courtroom drama movies slash comedies. One of the most accurate courtroom situations in a movie that people reference. I haven't seen it though. The only thing to do at this point is ask... Oh, sorry. The only thing to do at this point is ask the defendant himself what happened. But I don't know if Albie will cooperate with me or not. Hey, Bucketato! And thank you, Bucketato. I do appreciate it. Albie? The racist dragon? Will you tell us what really happened, or will you just go, like a dying Street Fighter character?
You don't have to say anything, accused. Fall for his evil trap, and you'll only dirty your own soul.
Albie, you have to tell me the truth. Don't listen to that golden dick. I can't help you unless you do.
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry.
Why? Why won't he trust me? Look at this outfit. Am I not trustworthy? Shows up to a foreign country wearing this and is like, why don't people trust lawyers? Bucketato, I've only recently managed to get my old 3DS out of some old moving boxes and immediately began to play through the game again. Phoenix Wright? Oh, hell yeah. It kind of is, in my opinion, ideal as a portable game because it enacts both a sort of a novel as you're reading on the go and also a little brain puzzle, a brain teaser shtick. I like Phoenix Wright as a portable game.
Is this it? Is this the end? For both of us?
Maya, I'm sorry. They're treating Maya like she's dead.
I never met a real lawyer
before.
Who's saying that? Oh, here we go.
I never met a real lawyer before. Everybody always told me they're bad, bad people who help dirty criminals go free. I never thought a lawyer would actually try to help me, would actually believe in me, would risk his own life for me. I never would have imagined it. I never would have even imagined it.
Albie.
So, that's why I lied. To try and save myself. But I'm not going to lie anymore. If you believe in me enough to put your life on the line, then I'm going to believe in you too.
What?
Allow me to explain!
A ghost of a chance. Grease Astra, thank you so much for the follow. And the Hellsage. I'm sorry I missed your follow there. Thank you for the follow, Hellsage. Now we're talking. Time to finally get to the bottom of things.
To be honest, I went into the treasure room lots of times to look at the treasure box.
No matter what.
No matter what, I just had to look at it.
Thank you, Samwise495, for the no matter word.
Even though the temple told you you weren't allowed to go anywhere near it?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Username rhymes with disaster. Grisaster. Good to have you. Thank you so much for watching and thank you for following.
Mr. Roll even saw me once and scolded me. But that box is so beautiful. The way it glows in the dark, I couldn't help myself.
Wait, it glows in the fucking dark?
That's right. It's covered in this special mineral called fluorinite that makes it glow. It's absolutely breathtaking.
You're breathtaking.
It's really a shame they don't put it on display for the public. Can you imagine how many people would go on night tours of the temple if they did?
I could go see the ancient relic that glows in the dark, or I could go play laser tag where everything glows in the dark. If only he applied such passion to telling me the truth earlier. Treasure box updated in the court record. Glows in the fucking dark.
On the day of the incident, I was on my way to the treasure room again, wearing my laser tag gear. Raw! When I ran into Mr. Roll on the great stairs. They're so cool.
So those were not the treasure room stairs in the seance vision?
No, they were the great stairs that connect the hallway.
Makes sense. The vision wasn't clear enough to show us what was at the top of the stairs. Temple diagram added to the court record. I had a feeling that was going to be the case, given that there's multiple sets of stairs. But insists, bear in mind, this is a relic to a religion that evidently is true by all appearances. That always blows my mind. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a problem, but it always kind of blows my mind in a piece of media where it's like, this religion we follow is exactly right, and we are correct, and the mysticism, all of that stuff is real. It's like, why is not everybody following this religion? A diagram depicting the temple treasure room area. I remember when the Halle Berry Catwoman movie was coming out, and I was being a real shit about that movie, because I was like, Catwoman, this movie's going to be bad. Everybody has to agree with me. And admittedly, yes, the movie is bad, but people didn't have to agree with me. But when it was coming out, I was of that mindset, and I started making really stupid arguments like, if Bast the god exists and brought Halle Berry Catwoman back to life, she should be promoting the religion, not stealing things. She should be being like, hey everybody, ancient Egypt religions are real. I can prove it. Rock Rulin, if it glows in the dark, then isn't the whole blackout argument debunked? I suppose. Temple diagram added to the court record.
All of a sudden, Mr. Roll drew his gun and threatened me with it.
It just occurred to me he's got like a headgear on, right? Although we're looking at the person's memories, so it has to be him. It has to be Mr. Roll, Mr. Pot Roll. Thank you for the hydration killing. For the glory of H2O, the drops of truth lingers within all of us, but it is the drops of truth lingers within us all. It is but the truth. There we go. I got there in the end. Thank you for the hydration.
All of a sudden, Mr. Roll drew his gun and threatened me with it. I quickly put my hands up. Mr. Roll,
He acted so he's got Yu-Gi-Oh cards on his bag. You see this? Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm not imagining that. There's Yu-Gi-Oh cards all up his sash. He's totally Yu-Gi-Oh'd. He's all Yu-Gi-Oh! He's Yu-Gi-Oh! He's just decorated with Yu-Gi-Oh!
Mr. Roll, he acted so scary. He was like, give me those Yu-Gi-Oh cards, now! For some reason, he had his scarf over his mouth. I couldn't read his expression at all.
Okay, so there is an identity thing going on here, surely. You're right, Sir Straw Hat. It is obviously not exactly one-to-one the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But they look very similar.
Just then, the power went out. So I took that chance to hightail it out of there. Whoa! I ran for my life. Even now, when I try to think back on it, all I can remember are the gun and the piercing look in Mr. Roll's eyes.
So you didn't knock him out, right?
That must have been when I dropped the notice scroll.
If GX taught us anything, Yu-Gi-Oh cards are so needy that we need the military protection. This kid needed a military escort. Which means someone else brought it to the treasure room along with Mr. Roll's body. Oh, he must have been knocked out from behind or something. Or something? What the hell is going on? Why was his face covered? Is that just their uniform? Did Mr. Roll say anything to you when you ran into him on the stairs? What is it, Albie? No worries, Arikios.
I have no idea why, but he asked me a strange question. He said, "Have you ever seen the movie E.T.? Did you steal it?" He said.
What?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't say all this before. I didn't think anybody would believe me.
A grand, fine speech. Gaspin John Cena Payne. One that confirmed my suspicions that you were the thief.
Objection!
No, it just confirms that somebody thought he was. It's possible the victim simply misread the situation.
Objection! Objection! Where there's smoke, there's fire, as they say. The victim must have had good reason to be suspicious of the accused.
Why does every new piece of information have to seem so incriminating? Why does every word need to be difficult to say? Why does every new piece of information have to seem so incriminating?
Shadow, what do I do, Shadow?
And what better reason to suspect the boy than seeing the treasure box in his hands?
He's got QR codes on his sash.
In the course of his rounds, the victim must have noticed that the treasure had been stolen.
Thank you, Dylan M. Kaiser. I appreciate it.
And then, just after that, he ran into the accused. I'll be your guide.
No, that's not what happened.
Therefore, the one who stole the treasure and killed the victim could be none other than the accused.
My Yu-Gi-Ohs!
Oh, Eevee.
Holy shit, is that a Pokemon? From his Yu-Gi-Oh bag? That's sacrilegious.
Well, what now? Nanny the fuck? I don't need to do the dialogue for the dog.
Hey, Shadow! Down, boy!
Well, what do we have here?
How old is Albie? Let's find out. People told he's 9 years old. The defendant, this industrious young man, is both a monk in training and a Kuraianese tour guide. Then we got Gaspin. It seems he was dismissed from his former position and somehow wound up as chief prosecutor in this country instead. Pat Roll, the victim in this case, he guarded the treasure room treasure, and was killed by the thief who stole it. Then we got Rafa Padma Kurain, age 14, a Kuraianist priestess and crown princess of Kurain. Her divination seances show the last moments of the dead. And sometimes they're bullshit, apparently. Hey, it's a fucked up country, this fictional place.
Well, what do we have here?
I'm sorry about this. This is my dog, Shadow.
I'm his dog.
You nearly gave me a heart attack. Hang on, let me check. No, you did. It's fine. It's over now, though.
So that's what was making his bag move.
I was making his bag move.
Can't you quiet that yappy mutt down?
Shadow says that Mr. Roll made a mistake.
You can understand him? Don't tell me this is a surprise witness for the defense. This your guy?
I beg your pardon? You're not thinking of cross-examining an animal, are you? It's okay to cross-examine this pool of water, but the dog?
Of course not, Your Majesty. Not this time, anyway.
Phew! Well, I'm glad to hear that. I thought I'd have to reassess my assessment of your sanity for a second there. I'd have to reassess.
I think I'd better reassess my strategy, and fast. I have to somehow show that somebody else could have struck the victim or were sunk. While it's true that the defendant was standing in front of the victim when he died, it doesn't mean somebody else couldn't have struck the victim at that time.
If you're going to go that far, then I hope this means you have another angle of approach ready.
Exactamundo. I mean, who but the accused standing front and center could have done it? Unless you can back up your claim, it's nothing more than conjecture. Okay, come on, Phoenix. I know I can think up something convincing. Where else could the victim have been struck from?
Behind, surely, right? Here? There's literally only one option.
Take that!
With the defendant standing in front of the victim, isn't it possible that the victim could have been struck from behind?
From behind, you say? I see. My wife is always asking me to try it from behind. Yes, I suppose it's not outside the realm of possibility. That's what I tell her.
Good. I am invested in your relationship with your wife. Now at least I have some breathing room.
But who do you suppose it could have been?
Like the back of the head? Yeah, hang on. I guess it does kind of look like it's on the back of the head, doesn't it? Back and to the left.
But who do you suppose it could have been?
Oh, the true culprit, naturally. The one who actually committed the theft and murder.
The true culprit? And I suppose you have a true timeline of events to go along with that.
I should have known I'd have to explain everything. I can't believe I gotta do my job. All right, if we assume the true culprit struck the victim from behind, then that means...
He came from the storeroom. Dummy.
After going to the treasure room and stealing the treasure, the true culprit tried to escape. But then Mr. Roll appeared, making his rounds. I imagine the culprit then quickly hid in the storeroom at the other end of the hallway. You're grasping at straws, Mr. Wright. You're meeting at straws. Admit it, you have nothing but baseless conjecture. I'm gonna look for something to base it on right now. Albie, when you ran into Mr. Roll in the hallway, was there anyone around the storeroom area?
I don't know.
Okay, his sprite has become more cute now that there's a dog.
There might have been somebody there, but I couldn't see. I was only halfway down the stairs, so I couldn't see the ends of that hallway.
I see. Swing and a miss.
I seen shit. Oh, Shadow says that someone was there.
On a moonlight shadow. I see. Thank you for that. Too bad his testimony is inadmissible. You think this is a joke? You think me humoring a dog is a joke? Maybe the defendant didn't happen to see this other person. But that doesn't mean the true culprit couldn't have been there in the hallway.
Objection!
Your desperate floundering is getting hard to watch. Cringe, Mr. Wright. But I will enjoy watching you sink.
What are you talking about? Is there quicksand under my pedestal here?
Unfortunately for you, only the accused and the victim were there in that hallway at the time of the incident.
How could you continue to make that assertion?
Because there was a witness. A very reliable eyewitness.
Well, that means there was somebody there. What? Is it evil Jesus? What?
Your Majesty, the prosecution would like to call its witness to the stand. Mr. I am guilty.
Calling an eyewitness to the stand, huh? It's been decades since that happened. Whoa.
And unlike the defense's witness, you can rest assured that there are no pets involved.
Well, that's actually kind of disappointing. I was hoping for a cute, like a little gerbil or something.
That was a low blow. I didn't do shit about fuck with that dog.
He didn't do shit about fuck with me.
Very well, I'll allow it. And now for something we've not heard in quite some time. Thank you, cheerleaders.
Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. We know for a fact that there were only 2 people there. This third person who was there said so. And Samurai Tiger, thank you for the hydration. You're adopting a bearded dragon soon, Dylan. Oh, hell yeah. I've never had a reptile myself. Sam Wise, thank you for the
Tell me. Bring the witness to the stand. It hasn't happened in decades.
Oh. There he is. Big muscles on this guy. Witness, Jewelry Jelly, thank you so much for cashing in your star chips for a doodle la 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 la, doodle la la la, doodle la la la. Here we go.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
I know I did a different voice for this guy before, but I'm going to come up with something. I don't know. What the fuck? Sorry. Okay.
Peace, love, and understanding is the name. I'm like Temple's head monk. Can you dig? Dig it.
Oh, if it isn't instructor and understanding, you're the eyewitness?
What the fuck? Instructor?
Not only is Mr. Understanding Temple's head monk, but he's also a renowned Damalan expert.
Sorry to have to ask, but what's a Damalan? I'm an ignorant foreigner.
Get down with my bad self. Check it. Here she is, my sweet serenader, my one and only. Groovy, right? But you heard our sultry sounds once before, brother. When when dragon and tiger.
Papa Boris, thank you for the Ryu Taro dance.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
That's the song from the Dance of Devotion. Yes, I know he's singing that song.
Right on, brother. The song of ceremony.
Anon is a moose. Thank you for the follow there.
Playing this tune together is a precious gig for me and my girl here, you dig?
The Song of Ceremony, the song that was playing at the time of the murder.
Kumbaya, my lord. Oh, Holy Mother. May the righteous sounds of my Dharmalan serve as my offering to you.
Yay! We love you, evil Jesus.
Wonderful! A great performance, as always.
This is my thing, you know, my bag. I make instruments speak, baby.
He's clearly supposed to have more of kind of a hippie vibe, I think. But by the by, Magistrate Pops. No Damelan class today? Oh, that's right, he was going for class.
Nope, I'm afraid this trial has gone into overtime, thanks to the lawyer over there.
Hey, Harry Dresden, thank you so much, I appreciate it. The class the judge wanted to attend was a Damelan lesson?
Well, you know what they say, baby. Never trust the lawyer, man.
Peace and love, peace and love. But transgressors against the Holy Mother have to be brought to justice.
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Understanding. As the treasure's keeper, you must have been shocked to learn it had been stolen.
Yeah, man. That was not cool. Keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, Mr. Understanding? Do I understand that correctly?
That's right, brother. This here's the one and only treasure box key.
Mike, burn fire. Fire bad. No, fire good. I do appreciate the raid. You were playing some Tainted Grail, The Fall of Avalon. Well, I hope your grails were not tainted during that stream. Thank you so much for the raid. I do appreciate it, Mike. Hope you had a good stream. I hope you guys that were watching him stream had a great time. We're currently playing some Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice on this cozy Sunday afternoon. And we just brought another witness to the stand that witnessed the incident, which if you've ever played an Ace Attorney game, you know is a murder. 9 times out of 10, it's a murder.
That's right, brother. This here's the one and only treasure box key.
Oh, he has it? Clearly he's not suspicious.
And I keep it on me at all times. Can you dig? I don't put it in my pocket because I got a hole in my pocket. But the sneaky thief went and cracked open that sucker anyway. Total bummer, man.
So that's the key to the treasure box, is it? Yami Kasara, one of the voices is reminding me of the Jungle Book Vultures, even though the accent is probably not the same. They were absolutely supposed to be the Beatles. That is absolutely a thing. I think they originally wanted to get the Beatles to play those vultures, but they didn't end up happening, and they just sort of stuck with the gimmick. It's absolutely supposed to be the Beatles. So that's the key to the treasure box, is it?
You know it, baby. It's called the Magatama key, and it's a historical artifact to boot. It's been passed down from head monk to head monk at Temple Temple.
The Magatama key, huh? Magatama key added to the court record. The sole key for opening the treasure box. Understanding keeps it on his person at all times. John Lennon said no to the vultures. That's a shame.
And now someone's jacked the treasure on my watch. It's a real buzzkill, man. How am I ever going to face Her Holiness again? Oh, Holy Mother, please find it in your infinite mercy to forgive me. Please guide this lost and humble lamb.
Why do I always get the far out ones? Why are they always stoned?
Mr. Understanding, you witnessed the accused and the victim heading to the treasure room.
You know it, baby. Best believe I scoped that tiny transgressor. Would you please give the court your testimony regarding what you saw? To bring justice against the transgressor, man. Yes, of course. I'll do all I can. In an octopus's garden. In the name of Her Holiness, I vow to sing. Naught but the truth I swear to bring. Hit me!
Became James Brown at the end. Witness testimony.
What I saw, baby. After the morning dance of devotion.
Oh, he's singing it.
To go back to my chamber, I got the notion.
Don't you know my chamber's on the way? Bullshit. To the temple's treasure room. Hey, hey. Any small footsteps I can quite clearly hear. If anyone to the treasure room goes near. Albie was the only one. Only one. Don Brazos. Albie was the only one. Before the blackout, one other than Roll. Only Albie to the treasure room did stroll. What'd you think? Tell me I was hallucinating just now. He has to say that after 9 times out of 10 of his cases. Like, can you believe Mr. Roll bit the big one after that? Harsh, man.
I share your sentiments. You were the one who discovered the victim's body, weren't you, Mr. Understandin'?
Thank you, Peony. I appreciate it. What? You found the body as well? He really is a key witness, then. That's right, brother. After the blackout, I went to reset the breaker and give power back to the people. The circuit box is near my chamber, so I'm always the man for the job. You feel me?
Breaker.
The breakers are in front of the...
The breakers are in the first floor hallway, in front of the storeroom.
On the way, I got a whiff of something funky. Blood, man. Really harshed my mellow. I knew something wasn't kosher, so I swung by the treasure room to see what's what. And it was like, whoa, man. There was poor Mr. Roll, dead as a doornail. So he really didn't get a chance to see that much. Temple diagram updated in the court record.
In the interval between the end of the dance of devotion and the blackout, the only ones who went to the scene of the crime were the victim and the accused.
Let me look at this shit. Okay. What was he doing in the storeroom? Well, according to him, I think he was just going to check the breaker because of the blackout. Right?
So you see, Mr. Understandin's unassailable account is what led to the accused's arrest.
Bullshit. Hold it. Isn't it possible that the murder took place before the end of the dance of devotion?
I'm afraid that's not possible. Before the end of the DOD, he was DOA. The victim was in the performance hall until the very end of the dance.
He was?
Would you like some proof? How's this? A photo of that morning's dance of devotion taken by a tourist.
Oh. You could take pictures during this?
My, what graceful dancing!
Okay. And I assume this is patrol as well. Patrol?
I can almost hear the sound of Mr. Understandin's gamelan now.
Payne's right. There's Mr. Roll on duty.
Never underestimate the incredible Payne.
So in addition to Rafa's insights, he had backup evidence lined up too, huh? Yeah, he's facing the wrong way a little bit. I guess he's checking the crowd. Dance of devotion photo added to the court record. A picture of the stage shows Roll on guard duty in the audience. The guitar is different from the one he has now? I suppose so, yeah. As head monk, my monks in training are like my own kids, like family. Can you dig it? I should have taught Albie better, man. Didn't they say the song during the crime was a rehearsal before this? Yes. I feel like that's changed, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, you are right. They did say that. before Her Holiness the Holy Mother. Go on. Or I'll be. Confess your sins, my young brother.
Head monk understanding. I didn't kill Mr. Roll. So I don't have anything to confess to the Holy Mother. I just want to hug my Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
What? Bogus, little man. Your faith is weak like a wet paper bag. Are you feeling me? Bogus. A word that no Liverpudlian should ever say. Spare the rod, hey baby. Spoil the child, not maybe. He's got a butterfly on his guitar. Her Holiness is magnanimous. Her Holiness is magnanimous, son. If you confess your guilt, she'll forgive you in the Twilight Realm. I don't suppose she could forgive him in this realm first?
Defense, please begin your cross-examination.
All right, here we go. It's a very flashy, stylized intro to the cross-examination. I like it. What I saw, baby. After the morning dance of devotion to go back to my chamber, I got the notion. Let's press.
Hold it!
I have a question. Shit. I clicked the wrong thing on my desktop by mistake. Lay it on me, man.
How dare you interrupt the performance of the great peace, love, and understanding? I was really enjoying that.
I imagine it was made up, Papa, but I could be wrong. Sorry, but, you know, there's something about that name I can't put my finger on.
What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding?
Oh, come on. You had a question for me, brother? Jingle keys, jingle jangle? You were playing something during the dance of devotion, weren't you? You know it, baby. I was playing my beautiful girl right here, this Damelan. Whoa, Black Betty, Damelan. In offering to Her Holiness, I play the music, and the singers sing the song of ceremony.
Mr. Understanding's playing is the best in the kingdom. It must please Her Holiness greatly. Now then, could you continue with your testimony, Mr. Understanding?
For the Holy Mother, I keep on trucking. This Damelan still needs some plucking. Trucking? Don't you know my chamber's on the way to the temple's treasure room? Hey, hey, well, where is it?
Hold it!
Could you please point out one more time where your chamber is located? Yeah, man. No sweat. My chamber is on the way from the performance hall to the treasure room. Oh, it's this one here, I guess? So anyone going to the treasure room would have to pass by Understanding's chamber. Okay. Give peace, Lubin, a chance. Come on now. Any small footsteps I can clearly hear if anyone to the treasure room goes near.
Hold it!
Even from inside your chamber, you can still hear what's going on outside? Temple is a groovy old building built from Mother Nature's finest. Oh, it is labeled? I must have missed it. Hang on. Let me make sure I've seen this. Oh, it's over there. I'm blind. I'm sorry. He does have a different guitar, doesn't he? Different bug theme. You can hear a pin drop through the wooden walls, you dig? I appreciate it, Bucket. In an old building like that, I guess the walls must be pretty thin.
And that's how Mr. Understanding could know the culprit's movements. It's all thanks to the Holy Mother's divine protection.
Thank you, Rock Ruling, for the 10 bits. Can't believe they missed out on the opportunity to name this guy M. Night Shyamalan. What a twist, though.
Right on, my man. I dedicate this testimony to Her Holiness.
What's my mouse doing?
Albie was the only one. Albie was the only one.
How could you tell it was Albie just from the sound of some footsteps?
Albie is practically family, man. The smooth groove of his shoes are easy to pick out.
But how do you know he went to the treasure room? Didn't you think it was possible he went to the storeroom at the other end of the hall?
No way, man. I saw him with my own 2 eyes.
You saw him?
In the treasure room. This you can believe. My peepers peep. This sneaky sneak Albie.
You don't want to pause on my pee video game. Gotta get some giggles out of me.
And tell us where it is that you stood when you saw the accused, if you would.
When I heard the footsteps, I looked out the window.
Oh.
From my window, I can see
The letter A.
the window of the first floor hallway across the courtyard. You dig? My pea peed the pier. My peers peep at my pee. And through that window, I saw Albie walking into the treasure room.
Thank you, Red Spade. I appreciate that. Should I have him add this statement to his testimony? Yes. Could you please add that statement to your testimony, Mr. Understanding?
You got it, brother. Through the window, I did spy little Albie with my own eye.
Okay, I'm guessing I have to present something here. And I assume it's based on the diagram. Because it's low down. Like, there's steps here, right? How does he... I mean, I guess it's not impossible, but it seems like it should be an issue, right? He has an elevated view. I guess that doesn't mean he couldn't see it, right? But that has to be the statement that we're worried about. There is something hidden in a piece of evidence. Okay, okay. It's not this, I don't think. It has to be related to this statement, I have to assume. Something that hasn't been brought to specific attention yet. This is the first real thinker of the game. Okay, okay, let's think about it then. Now, what am I missing? Am I missing anything? Let me look at all the statements here. I don't think it's gonna be... Think. I will try curiosity. Check every piece of evidence. I'm sure you'll notice it quite quickly. Through the window, I did spy little Albie with my own eye. Albie was the only one before the blackout. One other than Roll. Only Albie to the treasure room did stroll. Wait, what happened to your... Oh, through the window, yeah, okay. Oh, no, shit, I didn't mean to do that. Through the window, you say?
That's right, brother. There's a courtyard outside the window of my chamber. Across the courtyard, I can see the window of the hallway to the treasure room, man.
Judging from the diagram, I guess that's plausible.
A view of the courtyard from your chamber? How nice that must be! I bet it's beautiful at this time of year, what with Kuraianese butterflies flipping about. You know it, Pops. I often look out into the courtyard while playing my Damalan. And it goes a little something like this.
The same thing you play every time? What a shock. Okay, so presumably it is related to this, but let's see what we have to... I feel like it might be something related to this. No? Okay. Look at every piece of evidence. I'm sure you'll notice it quickly. It must not be that. Oh! Hallway shutters will remain shut, bitch! Look at this!
Objection!
There's something off about that, Mr. Understanding. I don't understand in this, Mr. Understanding. My music is off. I'm sorry you feel that way, man. Maybe this vibe ain't topping the charts where you're from. What's your poison? Orchestra? Jazz soul? There's nothing wrong with my ears, witness. But something's not quite right with your eyes. Papa Boris, did Phoenix's voice change? No? What are you talking about? Mr. Understanding, you've been lying to this court. Are you talking about in the game? Now, why would I lie? I just noticed that those little blips are changing their tune to the music. That's great. Akamaru. Yes, Akamaru 0101. Thank you for the raid. You are doing art. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope your art stream went well. Akamaru, welcome on in. We're playing some Ace Attorney, Spirit of Justice, and we're confronting Peace, Love, and Understanding, who is a witness, but also the actual killer. And he's killing my ears with this music. Now why would I lie? I've got nothing to hide. Truth and truth alone is all I sing. Lying, y'all? Nah, lying ain't my thing. Nah. Nah. Nah, brah. I contend otherwise. Do you recognize this object, Mr. Understanding? Yeah, I think Phoenix, in the game, he's now voiced by Sam Riegel, right? In these games? I don't think that they've been inconsistent with that for the modern series, but obviously, when you hear the objection in the original games, that is just one of the people on the development staff doing that, as far as I'm aware. His voice will have changed because of that, maybe. Maybe that's what you're recognizing. It's a temple notice, man. What of it? In this notice, the following instruction to the temple monks is written. All of the hallway shutters will remain shut for today's dance of devotion. What you talking about, Phoenix? Wow, I did a What You Talk About Willis like less than 30 minutes ago, and now he's doing it? What am I talking about? Rusty929, thank you for the follow there. Rusty? I'm talking about the fact that from your chamber, you couldn't have seen anyone going into the treasure room through those shutters. Gah. Looks like you didn't get the memo. No way. I don't believe it, man. If you don't believe it, why don't you read the notice for yourself? Let's see. Something, something, will, something for, something, something. I can't read, I can only sing. Is that your idea of reading? I'm not so hot at reading Koreanese, man. I usually get one of the other monks to read stuff for me, you know? Kill the non-believer! Doesn't that make your duties as head monk a little difficult? Hey, cut me some slack, man. I only moved to this country 6 months ago. What? He's the head? What is with them promoting people who have just shown up within the last year or two to like the topmost position? You've got Gaspin Payne and you got this guy, and they're like, yeah, we'll run the place. That's quite recent, isn't it? So, how did someone who's only been here 6 months become head monk of a temple? How little you understand. Religious faith can't be measured in months or years. It's money, baby.
I've only been an adherent of Koreanism for 3 months myself. The Holy Mother's teachings really spoke to me, prompting me to stay in this country.
Or was it the fact that there are no lawyers here that spoke to you,
Mr. Payne, I know just how you feel, my man. Her Holiness's teaching spoke to me too.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present The Weeknd. Rock Rulin, thank you for the 10 bits. This country doesn't have a career ladder so much as a career elevator. It's basically just one step. Ladies and gentlemen, I present Brother Dumb and Brother Dumber. Well, I know why Payne suddenly became a believer in Koreanism. He saw Dumb and Dumber. But could Understanding have had an ulterior motive for becoming a believer too? Mr. Understanding, were you really in your chamber as you claim?
Well, what? Hey, be chill, brother.
Weren't you instead somewhere else?
Objection! Stop asking questions! But Mr. Wright, what kind of nonsense are you spouting now?
According to Mr. Understanding's testimony, he saw Albie with his own eyes. Therefore, is it really nonsense to suggest he could have seen Albie from somewhere else?
Open app.
Thank you, Pete Ghost, for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 8 months in a row. Understanding the concept of love. I feel bad for not knowing what this is referencing. I'm sure it should be something obvious. But thank you, Pete Ghost. My musical references are hit and miss. I never quite know what anything is. Is it really nonsense to suggest he could have seen Albie from somewhere else? Jet Set Radio. Oh. It's been so long since I played Jet... I call it Jet Grind Radio. That's how long it's been for me. I don't know if it's... I don't know if it's since been updated since then. I know that was the European title anyway. I have not... It's been so long since I played.
Well...
Do you have a theory, Defense? Do you know where Mr. Understanding was, if not in his chamber?
Jet Set Radio, aka the music and graffiti-inspired game featuring Charles Martinet as the VA of the End Boss. I do love that game, don't get me wrong. I was a big fan of Jet Grind Radio. Sorry, I'm gonna have to keep using the title I'm familiar with. But that was like, probably 25 years ago for me. Jet Grind in America, Jet Set was the original... Oh, you know what? You're absolutely right. I'm getting it fucked up in my head. It is Jet Set Radio in Europe where I played it. Ah, no, I'm slowly becoming too Americanized. I'm adopting the American titles of things that I'm not even familiar with. If he wasn't in his room, then... If Albie had gone down the hallway towards the treasure room, there are only a few places he could have seen Albie from. I know, Yami Kasara. It's dangerous. I do have a theory, Your Majesty. I got the dumb America brains. I've got the American brain worms. Let's say the witness really...
Please crush me.
So Straw Hat, thank you for the please crush me with your American brain worms. Let's say the witness really did see Albie going towards the treasure room. What then? Beans and toast. Yes, I need to apply beans and toast to the issue. The defense proposes this is the only place he could have been to see Albie going down that hall. I'm fucking it up, sorry. The defense proposes this is the only place he could have been to see Albie go down that hall. Hall. Well, he couldn't have been back here. Well, wait. He could have been, right? He must have been here, though. Wait. He must have been over here. It's the only place he could have been without Albie bumping into him. If Albie had seen him, he would have said something. Thank you, Ja Bungle, for the Ore Sanjo there. It must be here.
Take that!
There? What you just suggested earlier?
Papa Boris, thank you for the 10 bits. Look, I know things look bad, but I'm sure he has an explanation. He may have had some way to get out of it, but he needs due process. All I'm saying is, give Peas a chance. Yes, they did reference that a minute ago, but absolutely, there you go.
That's where the true culprit might have been.
True, but no matter how I look at it, this is the only place Understanding could have been.
Mr. Foreign Lawyer, don't tell me. Are you accusing Mr. Understanding of being the true culprit in this case?
Well, we saw the cutscene at the beginning of the game, so... yes. Yes, Your Majesty. I contend there's a strong possibility this witness is the murderer. Whoa, the guy who's been here 6 months? Holy fuck. I thought we knew him so well.
How dare you be so disrespectful? First you criticize her benevolence's insights, now you accuse the head monk of murder?
Objection!
This is the only place the witness could have been. Void Adept, we have established where peace, love, and understanding, the obvious criminal in this case, was standing where he witnessed, quote-unquote, the incident, which means that he very likely is the murderer, and he is. We know that. If he was here, he could have struck the victim down from behind and moved his body to the treasure room.
That's nothing but groundless...
No!
I said groundless, not grounder.
But thank you, Robotnik, that's nothing but groundless conjecture.
Nightmare Abyssal, thank you for the no redeem. And there's one more thing. Do you remember what was said in the opening argument?
The opening argument? Am I supposed to remember things? Oh no, I'm in trouble.
During that argument, it was suggested that Albi used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure. Komaida, thank you, good to see ya.
Scratch and grounder.
That's right, and what of it?
Well, why don't we try this twist on for size? The thief used... oh. It was a noble effort, Nightmare Abyssal. It's still... I think it was still appropriate. Papa Boris, thank you for the 10 bits. Phoenix has been in the country about 30 minutes, and already he's managed to casually deconstruct their entire religion and legal system, all because a kid gave him a cake and then charged him for it. Yeah, he's been here 5 minutes and done all this. The thief used his position as head monk of the temple to get a hold of the treasure. What?
What?
You're joshing me, man. The key to the treasure box has been passed down from head monk to head monk. Tony Shalhoub gave it to you. What better position to be in if you want to steal the treasure?
You can't possibly be serious.
Does this mean you're claiming that Mr. Understanding's oath of faith is nothing but a lie designed to get him close to the treasure?
The witness hasn't been truthful in his testimony to this court. So clearly he isn't above lying.
Nug.
Didn't you swear to the Holy Mother that naught but the truth would you bring? In light of that, I don't think it's unfair to call your faith into question.
Nugug.
This is ridiculous. Are there no limits to what this lawyer will say? I mean, lie is such a strong word. Maybe it was just a mistake.
Huh?
Eh?
Hello? Enough with the nervous wreck routine, prosecutor. Mwah. You're just embarrassing yourself, man.
What?
What was that, Mr. Understanding?
Lawyer man, you really are the lowest of the low. Should call you lower man. Yeah? You've gone and said something I can't forgive. You said you've besmirched the name of Thomas the Tank Engine in my presence. You called my belief into question, my faith in the Holy Mother. And nobody gets away with that, said Thomas. Oh. Shit! Okay, brilliant. Get it, yeah. Baba Boris, thank you for the Ryotaro stance. Hell yeah, let's get down and funky with this.
It's Nathan Explosion! What on earth? That music! It's making my ears bleed!
What is it even plugged into? Holy shit.
This is the music of my soul!
This is gonna be difficult.
Death to the liar! I'm the Twilight Messenger. Can't ya tell? Gonna take this lying lawyer straight to hell.
They said it, they said hell. Not just the Twilight Realm.
He's dripping with lies, running with Philistines. Gonna send that lawyer to the Philippines. I mean, guillotines, yeah!
And now for something completely different.
It's... That plickety-plug music just wouldn't let me express my rage!
Your rage, huh? Isn't the real source of your anger having your lie exposed?
You just don't get it. If I lied, it's 'cause you drove me to it. All sniffing around and suspicious and throwing out false accusations.
Sorry, but as a lawyer, I'm afraid that's my job.
Brooklyn Rage!
And my rage. Thank you for the Brooklyn Rage there, Pete Ghost.
Yeah, well, lawyers are crap.
He said the crap word.
Keep making noise and I'll have to use my partner here on you.
I'm the one making noise?
Hey, so you want to know the truth, huh? Think you could handle the truth, do you? Fine. Let's see you try. Feel the heat of my brutal death beat. Oh yeah. Savage, right? Sweating bullets, ain't ya?
Fuck yeah.
The screams of my soul are gonna make a mosh pit out of this peanut gallery.
Oh, they're into it. Yay! Did he really just win the court over with that performance?
Doodly tick tock, tick tock. Doodly tick tock, tick tock. Yo, geezer, I got something to testify. Get ready for the howling of my soul. I call this chart topper Soul Screaming Truth.
Yeah, I was kind of eyeing those symbols, Pete Ghost. Soul Screaming Truth. My throat hurting yet? My throat was hurting just from doing the judge, so this guy... this guy is a real challenge. I don't know if I'm going to pull it off. I'm probably not.
The priestess's dance had come to an end. To the music storeroom, my way, I did wend.
Very heavy metal, the word wend.
Death, truth is what you dread. Hit me, shred.
That's not testimony.
From my spot in front of the storeroom, I saw Albie creep to the treasure room.
You can't rhyme room with room, you fake musician.
Trailing from behind, hound on the scent, I saw Patrol. After Albie he went.
Oh, you were able to do something other than wend that time.
Me and my girl, innocent and sweet, back by the storeroom, can't be beat.
What are you on about?
Then up with the power.
Oh! Thank you for the Ore Sanjo, Snake Villa 2, and Papa Boris. Thank you for the 10 bits. Turns out his real name is Heavy Metal Rocker.
Then up with the power. Ticket to midnight. Blacker the blackest black robbing all sight.
I guess. Ticket to midnight. It was like 12 to 1 p.m. I've seen that, Energizer, yeah.
Yeah, baby! Let that soul metal flow!
Oh, you're fine, Papa.
What is that music? I've never heard anything like it! And it's so fast, it's making my head spin! This is Damalon Metal! Hey yo, geezer, out those ears ringing?
I don't know much about music. The end. But I got chills and they're multiplying. And I'm losing control of this courtroom.
'Cause the power I'm supplying, it's electrifying! Hey, you scared lawyer man? Run away, fast as you can!
My work here is done. What a wonderful rhythm! The perfect accompaniment for further deliberations. Now, Mr. Understanding, what did you go to the music storeroom for?
Hey, I want to put my Damalon away. She's my precious partner. Gotta give her a good rest after playing in the ride.
And we did see that he's got a different guitar in the photo. Ran Cossack, I appreciate that. I am having a great time with this very, very silly game. Hope you're doing well. But then why did you lie before?
It's so metal to lie. Because you sent me to hell.
Huh? Henshin. Nightmare Abyssal, thank you for resubscribing at Tier 1 for 16 months. Is anyone else wondering where in the hiffle he was hiding those amps? You would think that the court would have seen him carrying them in. Anyway, happy to resub. I appreciate it, Nightmare. And as always, if something comes out of nowhere in a piece of media like this, it was hiding in subspace. That's the answer, I believe. He had those things stored in subspace, much like in Ramona Flowers' bag. She can hide a giant mallet. That's subspace, baby. Ran Cossack, thank you for the hydration.
Huh?
Or a butt.
We all know about lawyers and their lying, lawyerly ways. Am I right, people? If I admitted I went to the storeroom, he'd have drummed up a false charge on me. I didn't want to get sent to hell. What do you say?
He's right, that's would have happened.
No, no, I see why that Defense Culpability Act was passed. You feel me, crying?
Yeah, you said it.
Is it too much to ask for a low-key trial? Yes.
Now, are you punks ready to rock or what?
Oh, yeah! I'm not ready.
I can't hear you. I said, you ready to teach this lying lawyer how we do things around here? All right, then I'm gonna lay it on you one more time. The screaming truth of my soul.
I'm so glad that he has this voice. I am actually enjoying this more than just doing this. Soul screaming truth. Alright, the priestess's dance had come to an end. To the music storeroom, my way I did wend. Let's press.
Hold it!
I said I'm not ready.
You say you went to the music storeroom. But how do we know you didn't go to the treasure room to steal the treasure instead?
And on what grounds would you base that accusation? Got anything to show for it?
He's right, I don't really have any proof. And yet... well, you can't prove that you didn't go to the treasure room either. Phoenix, just know when to quit when you're ahead. Come on, man. Hey, Wingsong, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yes, he deserves that. You stole the treasure and were ready to make your getaway when you saw Mr. Roll. So you panicked and ran into the music storeroom, isn't that right? You get nothing. Why do I feel like I'm being stabbed by icy stares from every direction?
The silence is your answer, lawyer man. The audience knows the score.
That's a very good way of putting it, Snakevilla.
Just what we needed. A moment of silence to bid this lawyer's baseless claim goodbye. I said silence.
Why do they have to hate lawyers so much in this country? What was Roll's pun? Pat Roll, Papa Boris. He's on patrol.
I said it before and I'll say it again, lawyer man. After the princess's dance, I went to the music storeroom. Twiddly diddly diddly dee.
Death, truth is what you dread. Hear me shred. I don't think there's much we can get out of this, but I'm gonna press.
Hold it!
So what exactly do you mean by death, truth? That is a valid question.
It's the blade of truth that's gonna send your lawyer's soul to hell. A sea of blood will be the last thing you ever see.
That's not good, bro. I'm not sure I want to get what he's saying.
Doodly-ding-dong-tick-tock. I don't expect a bobblehead like you to understand. Either you get it or you feel it or you don't. Simple as that.
From my spot in front of the storeroom, I saw Albie creep to the treasure room.
Hold it!
How did Albie appear at the time? Was he doing okay?
Come to think of it, he was glancing around all shifty-like. You could tell he was up to no good. Shady, I tell you.
What's that saying about people who live in glass houses?
Well, he was about to steal the treasure, so it only stands to reason he'd look furtive.
Objection!
The defendant admitted he was sneaking in to see the treasure box. Wouldn't that be why he was looking around?
What's that, people? Only the Holy Mother knows the truth, you say? Bzzzt, wrong. Peace, love, and knows the score, baby. From my lips to her Holy Mother's ear. Only an artist who sings what he saw there.
In other words, my reasoning isn't good enough for God Boy here.
And what did you see next, Mr. Understanding?
And trailing from behind, hound on the scent, I saw Pat roll. After Albie, he went. But that's not really how it played out, right?
Hold it!
Something tells me this is going to be a spectacular waste of time, but hey, UK Versus, I appreciate it. You were doing some chatting. I hope that your chatting stream went well. Thank you so much, UK Versus, for the raid. I hope you're having a great day. I hope your Sunday's going well. I think he's bobblehead just because he has a big cartoony kind of head on his shoulders. I don't know. Morgan Sander. The prosecutor sounds like Frieza and it's messing with my brain.
I'm always messing with your puny little brains, you so-called super chatters.
I don't know. He does sound a little bit like Frieza, doesn't he? What do you mean by hound on the scent?
What? You don't get it? It's always the same, y'all. Lyrics question without mercy. The more famous the song, the greater the controversy.
It wasn't your lyrical sense I was questioning.
I say hound on the scent like a hunting dog, 'cause you know, Roll was a guard and
Uh-oh, here we go.
the inspiration came to me suddenly like a flash and...
Hold it!
You're not rhyming. That's okay. You don't have to explain your lyrics anymore.
Hey, you're the one who asked.
I knew I shouldn't have asked.
Mr. Understanding, you're still on the stand, so please stick to your testimony. You can explain your lyrics to me later in Damalan class. Fine. Have it your way, geezer. The show must go on. Slash and thrash.
Me and my girl, innocent and sweet, back by the storeroom, can't be beat. I'm sure he's going to tell us more about his guitar here, so this might lead us to being able to point out that his guitar was different.
Hold it!
What exactly?
No. Phoenix. Metal Phoenix has arrived. What exactly were you doing in the music storeroom?
You sounded pretty metal there, man.
Nice.
There. Get the picture?
Picture? What picture?
Mr. Understanding is requesting that you do not ask him the same thing over and over. Hey, geezer, you got it in one. Take a bow, baby.
How the heck did he understand that?
What was I doing in the music storeroom, you ask? I already told you. I was taking care of my partner in crime, getting ready to put her away. But see, would you believe it?
Diddly diddly diddly. Not when the power, ticket to midnight, blacker than black is black, robbing all sight. Okay.
Hold it!
Where were you when the power outage occurred?
Like I said, I was in the music storeroom. My girl had been sounding a little off, so I had to get her back in tune.
Isn't it true that you were actually in the hallway at that time?
The hallway, you say? Why would I be in the hallway? Hallways are for losers.
You were waiting for Mr. Roll to come back from his patrol of the treasure room. Now that he discovered that the treasure had been stolen, you were going to kill him.
Dun, 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 lawyer man, just as always so full of bull. Spewing noxious lies and pulling the wool.
What?
Filthy liar, through and through. And I ain't never ever gonna forgive you.
Utter lies with no evidence. As always, his claims are just tenuous. I could have said they make no sense, but that would have been too obvious a rhyme.
Hey, nice prosecutor. I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
Someone stop their jam session, please.
Hallways aren't brutal. Hey. You've made your assertions clear, defense, but your argument is rather unsubstantiated.
That's not good.
What's so funny, peas, love, and understanding? Ah, he did it again. They did it again. They did it again. It's so good they had to do it twice. Nevertheless, the possibility is still there. You can't deny the witness could have killed the victim under cover of darkness.
Objection!
What the?
You're forgetting one very important thing.
Huh?
It seems you've forgotten that the outage happened by chance, not design.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's right. I did forget about that.
It's not like the witness planned the outage so he could take advantage of the darkness. And without darkness, it would have been hard to sneak up behind Mr. Roll and kill him.
You're right. Even I would notice someone coming up behind me.
Yeah, Papa, I'm pretty sure all the voice clips have changed because they've updated the cast for these modern games.
Well, defense, what do you have to say about that?
What can I say about that?
Mr. Wright, your claim is completely without merit. Unless you want to argue that the witness somehow magically made the outage happen.
I mean, the breaker is right there. It's not magic. Well, maybe not magically, but... Wait, that's it. I contend the witness could have made the power outage happen with no magic necessary.
What?
You have a theory, defense? I love these law theories.
All he had to do was make use of something shown on this diagram. What did the witness use to make the power outage happen? What could it be?
Take that!
The witness was in the storeroom. The circuit box is on the storeroom end of the hallway. There's nothing really magical about turning off the breaker, wouldn't you say? Oh, well, I never was there ever a cat so clever as magical Mr. Peace, love and understanding.
Gah.
Nice try, but that theory doesn't hold water, lawyer man. And I could walk on that water because I'm Jesus.
And why not?
You're saying I turned the breaker off and then snuck up on Mr. Roll and hit him? In pitch black darkness with no source of light whatsoever? Is that what you're saying?
No, because it glows in the dark, you bastard.
With the lights off, that hallway is blacker than 100 midnights. You can't see the hand in front of your face. How could anybody commit murder like that? Unless it was somebody standing right in front of the victim, like the accused.
I hate when he's right. But I can't just let his point stand. Well, maybe the victim was holding something that served as a guide.
A guide through the darkness?
Something? That's more than a little vague, wouldn't you agree?
You ain't gonna move this room with a half-baked hunch like that, bro. You gotta hit him hard. Really make him feel it, you hear me? Just like my verse, baby. Woo! Woo! Well, I'm afraid I don't understand the witness's lyrics very well either. But in a trial, your arguments have to be clear and precise. Let's see some of that clarity and precision now, defense.
Uh-oh, what do I do?
Can you present to us something that could have served as a guide through the darkness?
I fucking can. Yes, I can. Because there has to be something.
All right, let's see what you have, defense. What could the victim have been holding that served as a guide through the darkness?
Not this. The victim was holding. Glows in the dark. It has to be this.
Take that!
I believe the victim was holding the treasure box.
Hey?
Huh?
Huh?
Have you gone mad?
Well, the box glows in the dark, so you could use it as a sort of beacon.
Huh. Well, I guess you're right.
But why in the world would the victim be holding the treasure box?
Oh, well, because your guess is as good as mine.
What is this lawyer talking about? Nonsense and lies yet again.
Just give him that death penalty already. I want to see him die. Is there no way to win them over? I like when he does that. You think of it as a Stone Cold hand-to-ear thing? I think of it as Hulk Hogan. Did Stone Cold do the hand-to-ear thing as well? I guess he kind of did. Is there no way to win them over?
Defense? Are we going to be needing those tongue shears after all?
No, Your Majesty.
Yeah, man. Do it, do it! Then we could jam out to this lawyer's shrieks of pain. Better get those screams of agony out now, lawyer man. Well, you still have a tongue to scream with.
I guess I'd better come up with a reason. No pressure or anything. Sorry, I was checking messages. As to why the victim was holding the treasure box, Busy Orc, what version of Phoenix is this? This is Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, and if you're wondering about the outfit, I believe it's a DLC costume from the fake Phoenix section of the third game? Was it the third game? You'll have to forgive me, I'm not super familiar. But we put it on him when we started the game, and then I forgot about it. Furio Tigre, there you go. It can easily be explained as thus. Brain, don't fail me now. What reason could the victim possibly have had to be holding that treasure box? The victim was holding the treasure box because he was... Oh. But he said to the guy, "Did you steal it?" So why would he say that if he was the thief? That makes no sense. I'm guessing it's a security guard. Because he was presumably taking it back? But why would he say, "Did you steal it?" You think he was going to steal it first? I guess. I guess that's the only thing that really makes sense as an answer, but it doesn't make sense. Think about this a little. Devout believers can be thieves. I guess. He was masked up, but why did he say, "Did you steal it?" to him? Right? I mean, I'm guessing the thief is the answer. I'm gonna find out what's going on. It's an idea I just happened to stumble upon, but I think it just might be the answer. And it would turn this whole trial upside down, and I love doing that.
Hello? Defense? Are you still with us? Earth to Joey. Let's hear this easy explanation you promised.
Oh, the key. He could have stolen the key. Right, Bucketato. Isn't it possible that it was because the victim himself was the thief?
The victim?
Joey, where?
I am everywhere, baby.
The thief?
What kind of bull are you spewing now? Your Majesty, this guy's off his rocker. This guy's off his me.
If the victim was the thief, everything we've learned so far would all make sense. Not the key. Oh, okay. What's a box used for? Storing things? So he got the thing out of it? Or... And it would give us a completely new way to interpret the victim's actions. After the morning dance of devotion, Mr. Roll went to the treasure room. He grabbed the box that contained the treasure and started to take off with it. But then he ran into Albie on the great stairs. They're so cool, those stairs. That's why Mr. Roll pulled his gun on Albie. Then when the blackout occurred, Mr. Roll was bludgeoned to death in the darkness.
I attacked the darkness.
This explains why the victim would be holding the glowing treasure box in the dark, and how it would have been possible for someone other than the accused to kill him. Well, I'll be damned. That's what is being suggested, Papa Boris.
Do you have any idea what you're saying?
You're unbelievable, lawyer man. I think you've lost it. Ha! That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. Roll trying to roll the temple? That devout believer, that pious Kurionist. I won't allow you to disparage the victim's departed soul with unfounded allegations. You leave that ghost alone, big spiritual bully. I hope you're prepared to back up that ass and your claim.
I could do one of those, Your Honor. Of course, Your Majesty.
Oh, really? In that case, can we assume you have proof?
Uh-oh. Proof, huh? Do I have any proof? But I can't back down now. Yes, I have proof in my dreams. The proof that Mr. Roll was the thief may have been left behind on a certain piece of evidence.
Very well. Let's see your evidence and be ready to stand behind it.
Duskbringer, thank you for the 10 bits. Oh, I had my run-ins with a malevolent ghost before. Boy, was that a trip and a half. Absolutely. He's had at least one of those. Footprints, fingerprints, I'll take anything at this point. I need proof. Something that would have been involved with the theft. Okay. I mean, his bloody hand, his blood is on it. That doesn't mean anything, I guess. The defendant's fingerprints were found on it. That's the defendant's fingerprints. The murder weapon, it was forced open and its contents was stolen. Okay. Okay. Dirty gloves, I guess. And that might still have some trace evidence left on it.
What proof do you have that the victim might have been the thief?
I guess this? Maybe? Because if he's got blood on his glove and it's on there, and there's no blood on this, I don't know if that means anything, but this is all I can really think of, honestly. Gloves don't leave fingerprints. It's true. But it leaves blood.
Take that!
Nope. The defense would like to examine this piece of evidence.
Would you now?
Tell me!
No.
Vampiro, thank you for the tell me redeem.
I don't think that piece of evidence will give us any answers. I just know.
Whoops. Looks like I got it wrong.
Perhaps you would like to examine this fist instead.
Ah!
Gotcha. Sucked it to ya.
Maybe the box itself. That's what I was thinking. Okay, don't overthink this, Phoenix. It's gotta be something that might still hold some trace of it being touched. And if the victim was the thief, what is something he would have touched?
I'll give you another chance, defense. And this time, show me evidence you can stand behind.
Footprints, fingerprints, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I think the box has to be it.
Take that!
The defense would like to examine the treasure box. There might be trace evidence on it that would show that the victim had held it. But Potato, this game has a bunch of these where you have an item and a photo of it, and no matter what you present, it's the wrong choice. Yeah, because it really feels like that photo should have suggested as much. We'll figure it out, Sir Straw Hat.
Mate, you'd better hope you turn up something more definitive than that, defense.
Yes, sir, your majesty.
Very well. Bailiff, bring the treasure box.
I'm sure this game probably has an autosave feature that we can take advantage of. There it is. Not glowing in the not dark. It's smaller than I thought.
There you are, defense. You're free to examine it.
If I don't find something now, my entire argument up to this point will be blown. Plus, there's that little matter of the old tongue shears. I have to find something. I just have to. All right, we're spinning things around. Now to make sure I remember how to do this. Apologies. I can rotate the evidence with keys. I can also use B and M to have a bowel movement inside the box. Oh, Neonite. I appreciate your resub there. Holy cow. Thank you for being subscribed at Tier 2 for 60 months. Another 60-month sub today. 5 years in your lovely community. I can't believe it. Thank you for being amazing and inspiring, Martin. Thanks for your amazing content, for making my bad days a lot easier and my good days even more bright and happy with your videos and streams. Hope you're well. Wish you all the best, and here's to the next 5 years. Thank you so much, Neonite. I really do appreciate that. Sorry that you dropped that right after I made a bowel movement reference. You're very kind. Thank you so much, Nia. Thank you. I appreciate your support. And thank you for those kind words as well. I can also use B and M to zoom in and out to get a better look. And if I ever get too turned around, I can always use reset to return things to this initial state. I'd better search every inch of this box carefully and examine anything of interest in detail with space. Uchukita! Alright, okay, so we can use this. Alright. B and M to zoom in and out. I mean, it looks like I can check things, so... So this is where the Founder's Orb was, huh? I doubt there's any trace of the orb left here now. Oh, hell yeah, Kurika. Although I don't really know anything about the orb, so who knows? I can't consult the orb. Alright, so we looked at that. Oh, here we go. Looks like the Magatama key. This is the lock. It was forced open. I don't really see anything else of note about it. We're pondering the concept of an orb. Show, no, over here. Nothing of particular interest here. Guess I'll check out another spot. I thought it was showing something. Yeah, there. The victim's blood. The key looks like a sickly sperm. Busy orc. You're busy coming up with upsetting images is what you're busy doing. Arctic Draws, thank you for the follow there. Did the blood get here when the victim was struck with this box? Or did it splatter onto this box when the victim was hit with something else? I guess I can't really tell just by looking. He's an orc after all. It's valid. That is valid orc behavior. The lid of the box was forced open. But while the victim was holding the box, the lid must have been closed. I'll try closing the lid, too. Busy orc, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate it. We love some orcs. We love some orc action. Oh.
Hey!
Well, what?
You son of a... You locked it!
Busy orc, thank you for the sub. Thank you so much for the subscription there, Busy Orc. B.O. I shouldn't call you that, but Busy. Thank you for getting busy with following. I do appreciate it.
You locked it!
So? What's the big deal? One time when I was, I briefly was running a Warhammer club at my school, and I think I've told this story before, but I was running the Warhammer club because the people who were running the Warhammer club before me didn't want to do it. And it was like the first week of Warhammer Club, and they came into the room and said, does anyone want to run this instead of us? Because we don't want to do it. And I put my hand up thinking, oh, that sounds fun. And I didn't think about any of the practicalities of it. Pop Art VVV, thank you for the follow. Anyway, one of the ways that I promoted Warhammer Club was I tried releasing a quote-unquote magazine, which was just a bunch of papers that I'd printed out, where I wrote fan fiction about Warhammer. And one of the fanfics was about a group of orcs called the Billany Boys, which is named after me because I'm Martin Billany. So I had a really shitty original story, quote unquote, coming out weekly for a short time while I was running this club that I didn't know what I was doing with, about the Billany Boys. So anytime I see an orc, I think of the Billany Boys. I appreciate it, Pop Art. Thank you so much. What's the big deal? I thought you can open it with that key you're wearing.
Yeah, I can. No sweat.
Then why is there a bucket load dripping off of you there? Whoa, hang on now. Why is there a bucket load dripping off of you over there? Can't just ask that. I think I'd like to open this box back up again. Could you lend me your Magatama key?
Sure.
Sophisticated Chemist, hi LK, respecting the fact you ran a fanfic magazine. If you could call it that. And Void Adept, thank you for the no redeem. Morgan Thunder, honestly, that's the most wholesome kind of teenage fanboy cringe. Now, at the time, it was not wholesome. I mean, it was wholesome. There was nothing like out of like line about it, but I did get made fun of a lot because of it. Everybody was like, why are you putting up flyers talking about the Billany Boys?
Sure.
Okay, let's see. Where's the keyhole?
Well, it's the Magatama key. So wouldn't it go in the hole above the Magatama mark?
Oh, yeah. The Riddler has been here. Huh? It won't open.
Would you look at that? The thief must have busted the lock when they forced the box open.
Really? Because I'm not so sure about that. Treasure box updated in the court record. Not even the Magatama key can open it. In any case, I'd better take another good look. I have to find proof that the victim was holding this box. I'm going to stream for another 10 minutes or so. Just because, I'll be honest, doing the voice, doing the rocker voice, the hardcore metal guy voice, it is taken out of me a bit. And I don't want to use that as an excuse to end early or anything, but I just don't think I have it in me to go longer than 10 minutes. This is the lock. It was forced open. Oh yeah, handprint, I guess. I don't really see anything else of note about it. Oh, Mystic Samurai King, you're very kind. I appreciate the happy partner anniversaries, guys.
I think I knows them Billiny boys, best boys to walk with.
Check the bottom. I always check the bottom. There's nothing. We hate when there's nothing on the bottom.
Here's one.
Take care, Pop Art VV and Busy Orc. Thank you for the here's one. Here is one of the Billiny boys. Ace Attorney is one of those games where it's just impossible to play through the game without doing voices. I could play. Ah!
Get in there.
Holy shit! Thank you, Jean Bungle, for the gotta get in there, and Crestfall VT. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a great time playing Subnautica. I hope that those creepy underwater denizens weren't creeping you out too much. They are creepy. We have to check the bottom. We always have to check the bottom. I am the professional bottom checker. This lid is really shut tight. I can't budge it no matter how hard I try. I appreciate it, E-Man. Could the box itself be a fake? I don't think so. Oh yeah, there is a handprint. I see it. It's where the blood isn't. The hand is way too big to be that of a child. You're not afraid of the deep crestfall? I'm terrified of it myself. Thank you, Bucketato, for taking it to the hoop there. I've tried playing Subnautica, and I get very concerned. It's scary down there. Having said that, I played it in VR, so it was extra atmospheric. Hope you're having a good time with it, though. Thank you for raiding. This blood stain. It shows the outline of a hand. Could this be what I've been looking for? I'll be all right, K16. Your Majesty, take a look at this. There's a blood stain here that... Oh, Papa Boris. Thank you for the 10 bits. Watch out for those Billiny boys. They're coming to any our bills, and nobody wants their bills any'd. That's right. That's what I do. There's a blood stain There's a blood stain here that outlines the shape of a hand.
Really? Let me see that. Oh my! You're right!
Now I'm getting somewhere. One sec, sorry. Gotta respond to messages. I believe the bloodstain is an outline of the victim's hand as he was holding the box.
What?
Even as he was being struck, he held on tight to the precious treasure box. After all, he'd gone through a lot of trouble to steal it. I haven't checked Zets for the last week or so, so no, I've not actually been caught up on Zets for a week or so now. But I will be catching up today. That's the goal. The blood from his head wound splattered across his hand and onto the box.
Objection.
Your Majesty, don't let yourself be taken in. It's just more of his lawyerly deceit.
What do you mean?
Mr. Wright, where is your proof that the outline is that of the victim's hand?
What? I should have seen this coming.
either show proof, tit pics, or GTFO. Or you could save us all some time and bite your tongue out now and submit it instead. That I did not see coming.
Well, defense, how about it? Where's that tongue at? Do you have proof that the outline is of the victim's hand?
I mean, yes? It's all on his... there. I guess that's why we couldn't use the photo from before. We had to use the photo to back it up. Where would the proof of something like that even be?
Please submit your evidence at this time. I am judge. Please insert evidence. What evidence shows that the outline of the treasure... Oh, shit!
I've got it. This is the evidence that's going to save my beloved tongue. Everyone loves my tongue. Mr. Payne, despite your claims about my forked tongue, it just so happens I have the proof you require. Pete Ghost, curious if you ever played Forbidden Memories, LK. It was released before the card game and finished rules, so there's some crazy stuff in there. Yes, I actually streamed it, I want to say a year or two ago. Probably just over a year or two ago. And yeah, no, it's difficult, but a lot of fun. I really did enjoy playing it once we got the hang of it. Those animations are really cool. And the AI cheats. It's true, Sir Straw Hat. The AI in that game does cheat. It's kind of fucked up. It just so happens I have the proof you require. You do? It's right here in this crime photo. Thank you for getting us high up there. Oh.
Turn down for what?
Getting us high up and turning it down for what? I do appreciate the classic combo with Kurika and Arikios. The Kuriki...
Please crush me.
Oh. A bit delayed on that one, Joey. You should have said that before. But thank you, K16, for adding the crush me there. Thank you so much, Kurika, K16, and Arikios. A lot of Ks involved. It's right here in this crime photo.
It is? Where? Defense, please point it out. Help me, I can't see shit.
What proves that the bloodstain outline on the box is out of the victim's hand? It's right fucking there, man. Right there.
Take that!
Mr. Payne, take a good look at the victim's hand. Take a look at these hands. The hand of a government man. See this? That's blood. What? If we place Mr. Roll's hand inside the bloody outline... Hey, Pixel Prismatic, I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you so much. You think the blood on his hand would complete the splatter? Exactly. Here goes nothing. We do need a look at this photograph, Redeem. And if they do form one complete splatter, it would prove my theory correct.
Then, the victim really was holding the box.
I'm willing to bet my life on it, and my tongue. The defense reasserts that the victim was the thief who stole the treasure box. You can't be serious.
Whoa, he's serious. Oh, shit.
I protest. There's no way they would ever match up. I assert that it's patently impossible for... Oh!
Talk about tongue karma. Sounds like he just bit his. What's the matter, Mr. Payne? Did your forked tongue get tangled up in... there? Or were you trying to submit your own tongue to the court? A lot of tongue talk today.
Why, you...
Hey, everybody shut up. I'm gonna play a song. I can hardly believe it. Apparently not everything out of the defense's mouth is a bluff.
Of course not, Your Majesty. This tongue doesn't lie, and neither do these hips. And I'd like to continue to use my hips in the future, too, if you wouldn't mind. And my tongue. He never has to know it really was a bluff.
No, not Mr. Roll. I can't believe it.
Believe it! You Kurai no Jutsu!
I'm sorry, Albie. I know it's upsetting news. He must have needed the money badly, probably to support his family. After all, he even gave up his dream of—
Here's one.
Here is one, Void Adept. Here's an excuse. After all, he even gave up his dream of becoming a monk to help them.
Oh, so that thing Mr. Roll would say to me, Albie, you train hard and make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. A dead guy.
Yeah, he was probably warning you not to end up a thief.
Mr. Roll.
Objection.
Now, wait just 1 minute. If the victim was the thief and he was holding the treasure box, then that means Mr. Roll was holding the murder weapon when he was killed.
Oh, that's a very good point. It doesn't make much sense, does it?
Objection.
Nothing makes sense in this crazy country. If the victim was holding the treasure box, it couldn't have been the murder weapon. Which means the real murder weapon must have been something else. I'm so helpful.
The real murder weapon? Something else, you say?
Was something else?
The blood was thought to have gotten on the box when the box was used as a weapon. But it turns out that wasn't the case. The blood splattered onto the treasure box the victim was holding when he was struck with the real weapon. That's what really happened. Isn't that right, Mr. Understanding?
I don't know what you're talking about. Are you insinuating I'm the one who used this real weapon?
Are you saying I'm wrong in my understanding? It's kind of racist of me to use your name like that, huh?
You got me riled up, lawyer man. I feel a song coming on. Looking for a weapon that just don't exist. Pathetic lawyer man, drop into the abyss. Despicable lawyer man, yo, you make me sick. You can disappear just like a magic trick. Illusions, Michael. Worthless lawyer man, done in by a weapon. For you, miserable wretch, hell doth be beckon. Damn it.
Thank you for the hydration, Erikios. I needed that. Ja, Bungle, after all that, you forgot about Metal Jesus. You have forgotten the face of your savior, your metal savior.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I know I don't need to remind you, Defense, but that was hella metal. That your life is on the line. Don't know why you care so much about your tongue.
Oh, Pete Ghost. Thank you, Pete Ghost, for gifting 5 subs to Red Spade 83, to Pixel Prismatic, to Pop Art VVV, to Agent Atmosphere, and to Screams Geometrically. I love it. Screams Geometrically is very appropriate for this particular case, I feel.
Screaming with geometrical angles.
I know your majesty. Thank you, Pete Ghost.
Yet you're prepared to risk it on this mere idea of a real murder weapon? You're risking it for this metaphorical biscuit? Death to the lawyer. Death to the lawyer.
This is it. The moment of truth. I can't back down. Not now. Yes, your majesty, I am. I'm confident the real murder weapon does indeed exist. It's the fucking guitar, isn't it? That's the only reason he replaced it.
Oh, that's a bold claim, Mr. Wright. Now let's see you back it up. Show us which piece of evidence points to the real murder weapon.
Gladly, if I knew which one it was. What would somebody like Understanding use to bludgeon someone?
Not this hammer. Now then, defense, please submit your evidence to the court. Yeah, let's see it, lawyer man. Let's see this thing that shows the real murder weapon you say I used.
It's this picture, bro.
Take that!
Aw, it's getting serious. What I'm about to present is really nothing more than a possibility. Peony, let's see you back it.
Let's see you back it up, Mr. Wright. We know you got a dump truck back there. Let's see what that caboose has got going on.
What I'm about to present is really nothing more than a possibility. It's the possibility of an ass. But this thin thread is all I've got. No, you got a dump truck back there. We just established it. Allow me to direct the court's attention to this photo of the morning dance of devotion.
I gotta get in there.
You've got to get into that dump truck ass. Thank you, Samwise. Oh, he got the G-string. The whisper of a piece of underwear.
That photo, how is that going to help you, Mr. Wright?
There's something about it that doesn't sit right with me.
Well, you wouldn't be sitting right if you had a G-string on. Oh yeah? What's this something, huh?
This thing here is odd, to say the least. Over here, bro.
Take that!
Mr. Understandin', help me understand this. Why is the instrument you're holding different from the one you're playing in the photo?
I'm an eclectic musician, Would you look at that? They're completely different shapes. I can recognize shapes. I've seen Sesame Street. The crying version is a lot more violent. Cookie Monster gets executed every time.
I believe you said your Damalon was your one and only.
Well, Mr. Understanding, what do you have to say to that? I got nothing to say.
Then allow me to answer for you.
I'm guilty and shit.
They're different because the one in the photo is no longer in playable condition. Shit. Slap nuts. Not after you used it to bludgeon Mr. Roll to death.
Murder isn't very metal. I mean, it's actually the most metal thing. Crap, he's got me. My old partner wasn't doing so hot, so I brought her sister along. That's it. That's all. Not a big deal, lawyer man. NBD.
In that case, please submit your old Damalon to this court as evidence.
Too bad. You're too late. I got rid of her yesterday.
You what?
Burned her up with the rest of the trash.
Thank you, Nage, for the happy partner anniversary. I appreciate it.
Ashes to ashes, baby.
No! He's already destroyed the evidence. It's like he's a criminal or something.
And I see more trash right here in this court that needs to burn in the fires of hell.
Oh, he's turning heel like Hogan in the NWO.
Lawyer trash.
Oh, no, he's not. He's just consistent. Now there's no proof to show.
Oh, come on. That was pathetic. Your agony could sound better than that. Where's that great scream of yours?
This can't be how it ends.
I think I've heard enough, especially of that music. It seems the defense is unable to produce the evidence it needs to prove its assertion. Where's that dumper at, man?
But, Your Majesty, that's only because the witness destroyed it.
Your dumper?
Evidence is everything in court. Don't tell me you've forgotten this most fundamental principle of our profession.
Without sufficient proof, your claim that Mr. Understanding is the murderer is no more than conjecture.
Ah! There's the pained expression I've been looking for. By the way, there seems to be one more thing you're forgetting.
What is it now?
You accused Mr. Understanding of being the thief. But the real thief turned out to be the victim.
Papa Boris, thank you for the 10 bits. A man was working in a sheet metal factory and got his finger cut. Oh, 666 Hero, thank you for the raid. You were playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. I hope you're enjoying that, despite things that I've heard about it. I'm sure it's still got an enjoyable game somewhere in there. Papa Boris, thank you for the 10 bits. A man was working in a sheet metal factory and got his finger cut off in a machine accident. He liked to play guitar, but his prosthetic made it sound off. He adapted. He called up his old band, Earth, and they went with it. They renamed the band. His name was Tony Iommi? I don't know this story. And the band was Black Sabbath. Metal was created because of a blood sacrifice to metal. Oh, for real? That's crazy. You'll have to forgive me. I know shit all about music.
Uh-oh. And with that, Mr. Understanding's purported motive for murder goes out the window.
Hero, you like the game, even though there are some things that could be improved. I'm still very curious to try it, you know? As a big fan of Bloodlines 1, even though I know it's not Bloodlines in any shape or form in the finished product, I'm still curious, you know? Mr. Pepper.
Great point, prosecutor. You tell him. If I had been there, I would have just collared roll and gotten the treasure back.
But I thought you were there.
There wasn't any reason for me to kill him now. Was there?
There's no good counter-argument to that.
It sounds to me like Mr. Understanding has been completely wrongfully accused, starring Leslie Nielsen. Unfortunate as it may be, I think it's time to hand down the verdict in this case.
Not good, not good.
Defense, I trust you understand what you yourself will receive for taking on this case. A smacked bottom. Oh yes, death. Thank you for reminding me. Not spanking at all. Shame.
What do I do? The murder weapon's been destroyed and now I've got no motive. Poor Albie will be convicted and I'll lose my life too.
Mr. Wright, you've wasted this court's time and disparaged everything we hold sacred. We should charge you with lèse majesté, in addition to the crime of abetting the accused. And we should also accuse you of not knowing what lèse majesté is, since we've said it so much and I haven't heard you say shit.
Yeah, you should pay for desecrating my good name. Whoa, the good name of Metal Jesus. Bye-bye, lawyer man. Time for you to do some repenting in the Twilight Realm.
Oh shit. This guy is guilty as sin. I just know it. He must have had some reason to kill Mr. Roll, but what?
Come on, people! Let me hear you scream and shout! Time to take this lawyer trash out!
Exterminate, annihilate, boom boom ch, boom boom ch. Exterminate.
They've got a point. Maybe I do deserve to be exterminated. The thing to do at a time like this is to turn my thinking around. I shouldn't be trying to figure out what Understanding's motive was. I should be thinking about what kind of situation would give him a motive. Mr. Pepper.
Did you steal it? He said.
We know that Mr. Roll was the thief, and that he had gotten his hands on the box. So then why? Why in the world did he ask Albie that question? What about the treasure box would have prompted him to... Ah!
Defense, what's gotten into you? Frankenstein, what's gotten into you?
Now I get it. Now it all makes sense.
Like Polkunka, man. What you trying to say? Muttering and squealing to yourself sounds like you knocked something loose upstairs.
Your Majesty, please hold off on your ruling for just a little while longer. Just a little, give me like 5 minutes.
Don't tell me you're gonna start begging for your life now. It only works most of the time.
No, Your Majesty, that's not it. It's just that I realized something important. We've been operating under a serious misconception this whole time. 666 Hero Hero, if you think of Bloodlines 2 as being a Vampire the Masquerade Dishonored game, I think you'll like it. I have heard that, yeah. I wouldn't mind checking it out.
A misconception, you say?
That's right. A mistaken notion about the treasure box. But could this really be true? If so, there's still a lot to figure out.
Very well. Let's hear what you have to say.
Thank you, Your Majesty. Thank you, Fluttershy Friend, for the happy partner anniversary.
Your Majesty, this is just more of his nonsense. He's just stalling for time.
This is your last chance, Defense. The second I find it really is nothing but nonsense, I will hit you with this hammer. No amount of begging will stay my hand, understand?
Yes, Your Majesty.
We all know this is just going to be another one of your stupid bluffs.
Now then, Defense, what is this misconception you mentioned?
Hey, Arikios, thank you for gifting a sub to Wingsong. It was empty. What if the treasure box was already empty from the start? What?
What?
Please recall that when Mr. Roll ran into Albie on the Great Stairs, he asked the boy a question.
Did you steal it? He asked, he said.
Also recall that Mr. Roll was holding the treasure box at the time. So why then did he ask Albie the question that he did?
That is a bit peculiar, isn't it?
Not at all, Your Majesty. Not once you realize that by the time Mr. Roll got to the treasure room, the treasure box was already empty.
I beg your pardon?
Mr. Roll suspected that Albie had gotten to it first, which is why he confronted Albie when he ran into the boy on the stairs.
Objection! I don't like this. But how would the victim have known the treasure box was empty? He didn't have any way of opening it.
Objection!
It was already open, dude. Once a year, the victim had the duty of carrying the treasure box to the palace. Oh, I see. He knows how much it weighs.
He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's rite.
He would have been able to tell by the weight when he lifted it that that box was empty.
Ah, I see. Yes, I suppose he would have been able to tell, wouldn't he?
Mr. Roll most likely decided to at least steal the empty box. It's an important historical artifact in and of itself, after all.
Yeah, but what's your point, Mr. Wright? What does any of this have to do with Mr. Understanding?
My point is this. Biziog, this is Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, and it's the most recent edition. Let me look this up. Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. That's this version. But the game itself is Spirit of Justice. It gave Mr. Understanding a motive to murder the victim.
A motive?
Mr. Understanding, keeping the treasure safe is one of your duties, isn't it? So if anyone had found out that the treasure was missing, you would have been accused of incompetence. From the moment Mr. Roll discovered that the treasure was gone, his fate was sealed. Because you decided then that he had to be silenced forever.
But that's absurd!
All right, I'm going to wrap it up as soon as I get a clear option to.
Can you believe the stuff that comes out of this guy's mouth? This is all just a colossal joke! So then, what really happened to the treasure?
It had been stolen long before this incident. It had been stolen long before this incident. Ah, fuck. It had been stolen long before this incident occurred. It had been stolen long before this incident occurred. By Mr. Peace Lovin' Understandin' himself.
Mr. Wright, will you stop at nothing to accuse Mr. Understanding? Your Majesty, please don't listen to these trumped-up charges. The defense is grasping.
Objection!
I don't think the case is about to wrap up because we still need to find the actual thing, right? The treasure box can only be opened with the key Mr. Understanding holds. Who else could have stolen the treasure?
Objection!
As I said, the accused stole the treasure by forcing open the box. Your Majesty, I call for a swift ruling.
Oh, it is actually almost over. Okay. Would I be able to finish it in the next 5-10 minutes? Oh, there's one more puzzle. I think I'll leave that to next time because I do have to get going.
I'm not ready to give my verdict yet.
What?
I can finish it in the next 5-10 minutes? Oh, gosh.
The defense has successfully presented a new possibility in this case.
Yes, finally, a tiny shred of hope.
Mr. Understanding, would you care to make any statements in response to the defense's claims?
Son of a bitch!
But, Vampiro, thank you for the off-screen bartender, son of a bitch, durr. I think I'm gonna have to call it here, though, guys.
This is all bull. My noggin's a rage cage and it's ready to explode, baby!
I'm gonna call it there, guys, just because if I do keep going, I imagine I'll have to keep going for another 20-25 minutes just to do the post-case wrap-up as well. So I just don't think it's worth it to risk missing my hangout with my friends. I hate to say it. I think we're gonna have to call it there. Let's make a second save just in case. Just in case. But we got real far. We got real close to the end of the case, so I feel good about that. At the very least. I appreciate you guys hanging out today. I'm sorry that we came to a bit of an anticlimactic end there, but Jegrox, thank you for the follow. Or Jegrox, thank you so much for following. Left on a bit of a cliffhanger, yes, indeed. Evil Jesus, about to get his comeuppance. Alright, we're going to throw you over to somebody who is streaming. Let's see who is streaming on my friends list. I appreciate the partner anniversary. Congratulations, folks. You guys are very kind. Let's see who is raiding. Who is raiding? Who is streaming? I don't know. Anybody have anyone in the chat want to suggest somebody for me to raid? I have very few people streaming on my friends list. And I'd like to raid somebody that would appreciate it. Yes, we have to, definitely I have to check out the new Zets. Leedipus. I will raid Leedipus, who's playing Taiji? I don't know what this is, but I will raid them for you, Papa Boris. Oh, Tiffany Witcher's streaming? I feel bad to raid. I feel bad to change who I'm raiding. I would have liked to raid Tiffany, but, well, maybe we'll save that for next time, if Tiffany is still streaming next time. Not KG, it says Taiji. Taiji? I don't know. Let's give a raid to Mr. Leedipus. Azzy Fox posted a little something on Twitter for you if you want to check it out. Oh, I might not be able to check. I'm not really on Twitter that much, but if I will try and pop over and see what you're referring to. All right, folks. I'm going to call it there. It's been a fun Sunday stream. I did a lot of, not a lot of screaming, but a lot of rough voices. A lot of very scratchy voices. Sorry, Nate Gaming. I do appreciate you stopping by at the end, though. let's throw you guys over to Leaderpuss and have a great rest of your Sunday, folks. Wait, do we have the raid going? Here we go. All right, folks, I'm going to call it there, but thank you so much for hanging out on this cozy Sunday stream. I say cozy. There was a lot of metal voice going on. It was great seeing you, Dark Jade. Thank you again for the recap. I do appreciate it. Throwing you guys over to Leaderpuss. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Take care. Bye. I'll see you next time. Bye.